Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to what is this? Semi-finals of our playoffs. It's your boy Bud Nash here. I am just introducing the stream as we've got a couple of some people you may know, some players that will be casting these matches. I have with me Charybdis and C4J. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, what's
Yeah,
going on?
yo.
Alrighty, we are all in the lobby and we're about to kick off. I am going to leave it with these fine gentlemen as we get started.
All right.
Yeah.
And can you make sure the sound is not too loud? I think last game was maybe. Everyone are in the thing, not yet.
Waiting for the players to get in order. But yeah, winners final today. Destiny JWP's winner does go straight through to the grand final. Loser will go down to the loser bracket. Any predictions tonight, Donna?
I think both teams have solidified themselves as, top teams. JWP's, as always, the reigning champions for like the fifth time, maybe more in a row. But Destiny is now stacked with very high ranking players, so I do believe it's going to be quite even, and I don't have that much of an idea. It's quite even. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, the history would say JWP's, but this year they have struggled a bit more than usual. Destiny came in, brought in some good players, so I think Destiny definitely have the edge in this one, but I think it could be a close game. Hopefully we see 3 games. All the series so far have all been 2-0, so it would be nice to see 3 games for once.
Yeah, 3 games would be good. We'll actually get to see the fearless meta being introduced more as the second game will impact the third one a lot more. But we've only seen 10 champions banned so far because only 2 games, as you said. And we should be getting games soon. It's over our clock time, but some
Players
people
are
are saying
lagging, apparently.
we got some people lagging. Casters are ready. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, they're saying they can't get in order, but it shouldn't matter too much. I think we
are
should be
waiting
good
for
to go.
DST. No.
Waiting for Duplat, apparently. And
No,
we're
we're
in.
in.
And the champions left.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
You have any predictions on the first bans?
Bans, I think Inara is still a pretty strong champion. I don't think Duplat plays it, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that taken away. And then other stuff like Blade X's control mages usually get banned out. For the side of Destiny, I think GPs are probably going to want to target Brayden, definitely their strongest player. So Inara is being hovered as the first ban. See if he gets locked in. Yep,
Yes, that character is played in Pro Play a lot. It's kind of disgusting how strong she is. And Blitzcrank band. That's Prodigium's Blitzcrank. Yeah.
He plays it, but like he has lots of other champions he goes to before Blitzcrank, stuff like the Pike or like Thursion. He wants to play hooks. But
I don't think it's more of a Prodigium band. It's more of a defend Ezra and modify the bot lane. Maybe they're a bit magnetic to hooks. So. And a Nocturne coming out. That'll be Alpha Kasia's Nocturne, and it's a bit weird here. I see that. Is this a new tournament ban way? Like,
yeah, I think this is like the professional one that they use. They updated the custom games in the client.
Is each player
this
doing
is how they
now?
do it. Yeah, this is how they do it in Pro Play. So the Riot client's finally updated. Apparently, Nash is saying something happened with the streaming software, so apologies for that. But it looks like it's all good now. But yeah, as I said, taken away, and then they have taken out Nocturne and Pantheon from Alpha Arcasia, 2 pretty strong snowball champions.
A lot of respect coming out onto Alpha Arcasia, and we can see a lot of respect going to Prodigium support bot lane. So 3 bans. I guess they want bot lane to win a lot, or maybe this is a target ban. Target the weakest link, or
it's gonna leave Rumble up. We'll see if they do go towards that. Johnny has some of these strong blinds like the Rumble, like the Gwen. Aatrox we haven't really seen too much from him in the past, so I'd be surprised if we see this first picked. Yeah, they're gonna go towards that Rumble. Really, Polio usually is playing tank champions, so Rumble pretty good into those, so he looks like he's happy to blind it here.
Rumble pick blind. It gives a lot of opportunities for GPs to have a counter pick into the Rumble top lane. I do believe like Galio is a big counter pick. They pick that often in pro play, so he'll pick that up. And Brand secondary.
That's a lot of AP. Yeah, as you said, Galio into the Rumble in isolation is pretty good, but paired up with the Brand now as well, there is a lot of AP in those first two picks. We'll see if Destiny can pick anything that sort of punish this. There's some tanky options up.
Yeah, it's a Brand ADC, right? It should be modifies Brand ADC. I do know he likes to play his mages in the bot lane.
Yeah, I think Ezra plays it as well, so it could be either one. I mean, it's still Ryan does play it as well.
So I guess it could go anywhere.
Could still go to it's a big flex. Says the Galio. Usually it goes mid, but into the Rumble it's probably going top. We see Jin Bard. I'm surprised to see early rotation Jin Bard. Bard you usually want to pick into champions that don't have any sort of escapes. Picking it here is pretty early when I mean Galio is can avoid it and the Brand is still a flex, but it looks like Brand is going bot lane. They are hovering this Wukong pick blind for Alpha Arcadia.
Yeah. I do believe Prodigium has a high preferability to pick Bard, right? It's one of his.
He does like it, yeah, for sure.
It's a solid pick, so I would say that he's just happy to pick it anyways, no matter like what's the matchup.
Yeah, I like the jungle pick here as well. From okay, I was gonna say they can pick Wukong here and ban out 2 more junglers for the side of GPs because a few of these champions are already taken away. But instead of that, they're going to take away the Xerath from a Dream to Meme, a champion. He does like to play Dream to Meme. Usually, does like to play these long range mages, either that or Swain. He plays a lot of. So Xerath, another like pretty safe champion that matches the poke that Jin has.
And always on the map to control everywhere. So they're also going to ban Orianna. Blade X is quite infamous on his Orianna, and they're going to ban Swain, just like you said, both of Dream to Meme's mid laners. Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see what he plays here, because my memory is the greatest. I can't really remember what else he plays mid lane. When I think of him, it's always Swain Xerath, so we'll see what he goes to here.
He's a 2-trick pony over here. There's no notable mid laners left. Maybe a Mel, maybe I can't think about it. I actually can't remember. What else he got? I guess he will show us, but
some sort of AP mage, I assume, something with longer range. We'll see if GPs decide to pick their mid laner here, or if they want to pick their other bot laner. The Jin Bard is shown, so I expect to see the pairing with the Brand to be picked up here. And it is going to be the Senna. Senna did get some buffs on this patch. I think they were mainly geared towards support Senna. I don't think AD really got that much. So, I mean, it's still a flex. I mean, Brand and Senna are pretty interchangeable. They can both play AD or support. So, nothing too much really given away there yet.
And we'll see the next 2 picks from Destiny.
They need some sort of frontline, because like they've got some good poke, they've got some engage with the bot ultimate. They need some sort of frontline, and there it is. Cho'Gath mid, actually, a pick that a Dream to Meme has been playing recently. He picked it in one of our scrims the other day. Really good.
Is it full AP Cho'Gath or is it tank?
No, it's tank Cho'Gath. Like, the enemy team doesn't really have a lot of DPS other than the Brand. And we see Kindred actually locked in for Brayden as well. I don't think we've seen him play that one yet, but he is a big Kindred player in solo queue, I know that for sure. And into the Wukong, it's a pretty good matchup, right?
It's okay. I wouldn't say it's favored either way. And we're gonna pick Hui here.
Yeah, I mean, Blade X is a big Hui player. Any of the long-range AP mages he's pretty good at, so... The only issue, I mean, it's still a lot of magic damage for the side of GPs, I think, having the Brand, Galio, and Hui picked up now.
I think
into the Cho'Gath as well. Cho'Gath could stack a lot of MR.
the Wukong center, I think they have enough AD, especially into a Jin, Rumble, Bard, Kindred. It's not really, I would say, characters that can build a heavy MR. Taking a look at these comps, I think Destiny has a more of a poke range comp. They seem like they're lacking very hard engage, and they might get punished for this. Maybe the Bard can start them off, but there will be a sick combo of the Bard ult and the Cho'Gath Q. Yeah, what do you think about the comps? Do you think any team's better than the other, or?
And I agree. I think Destiny don't really have any real engage aside from a Jin W or a Bard ultimate. But even if they hit those, aside of GPs have pretty good disengage with the Galio, with the Senna E, with the Galio W, the Wukong ult, Hui Fear. They have a lot of disengage if they actually get caught out. So I think, I mean, yeah, GPs. I mean, Destiny have a lot of damage, but it'll be interesting to see if they can actually get any picks with their comp because there's not really any easy target to pick off into the enemy. Because even the Brandon Hui, they can pick up Zhonya's pretty easily, and they're just gonna be really hard to be engaged on. So I think I would give the edge to GPs in the draft, but I don't think there's any huge draft capital.
I would certainly agree on that one. So it is definitely brand center bot lane, right? Into Jin Bard. As a challenger ADC player, do you think it's an easy lane for either side, or a bit hard, or how's it gonna roll?
It's a pretty volatile matchup because it is full range champions. Getting that early pro is pretty important. I think brand center's usually gonna have prio in the lane, but they don't really have any kill threat into a Jin Bard. I don't think either of the matchups have that much kill threat. I think it's going to be pretty jungle dependent. I think Prodigium is probably going to opt towards leaving Jin to solo farm in lane and roam around the map with the Kindred trying to get those stacks up. So, yeah, I mean, I think, as usual, I think the main goal for Destiny here is going to try and link up Brayden and Prodigium together so they can do their magic around the map as they usually do.
Yeah, certainly. The support jungle duo is one of the most... The two roles that need to synergize the most to impact the map. They usually play around each other. But I can see Jin dying quite a lot. Dupli on the bot lane, he's left by himself to a tower dive, to extra center heals, and then brand damage, poke down, Wukong just engage and disengage. It is possible too.
Yeah, he's definitely very susceptible to the dives. I mean, he does have the help from the Bard ultimate, but yeah, I mean, there's not really much a Jin can do on the turret. He does have a fair bit of wave clear, but if Prodigium does decide to full on weak side this Jin, he is going to be very punishable. And then it's just going to put a lot of pressure on Jonu to win hard enough on the top side, play for these grubs, and try to snowball through other ways in the map. Because, yeah, I don't think there's much of an avenue to play through bot here.
Well, I'm certainly interested in how this will roll because hopefully no team gets absolutely smashed because I do want to see how both teams evenly fight in their team fights because I'll be honest, both comps are not ones that I typically see in solo queue. Probably like not even in the last 500 games. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
Unorthodox stuff like Kindred not super popular right now. Cho'Gath mid definitely not popular, but I mean it works in the comps here. If my game could load so I could see the drafts again, that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a black screen.
I'm looking at the loading screen. Look at those borders. Masters. Wow.
We are in high
Watch out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
moving on. Yeah, Destiny does have the better borders, so that means they have the edge.
One more border.
2 master players, unbeatable.
Yeah. And then.
Yeah, so it is center ADC brand support, which was pretty expected, but I haven't seen center ADC on this patch yet. I know the support got buffed, AD got buffed a little bit, but nothing too noticeable. So interested to see how How much it changes, I would assume not that much.
Mm.
So, yeah.
And I got C in chat. We got some Go BRDNs. You got this by Ming Sugar. And we got Jackie. Oh my god, it's a double masters casters. Wow.
Double monster.
Yep. You get the professionalism. Yes. Okay.
Only the best in that
Only the best. We've got a solid fair now. Doesn't seem like much will be happening. Oh, a little fighting in the bot lane, some damage going down. Nothing. People pinging their ping. I do believe Telstra is having widespread internet problems. Did they say what it was for?
I do not live in Dawn. Could not tell you.
I forgot what their excuse was, but yeah.
What is your
running out of
timeout, by the way? What is your timeout for the game?
1:11, 1:12, 13, 14.
Okay, we're good. I hope we're in time with the stream.
Yeah, it's impossible to tell right now.
Let's see. Yeah, nothing happening at level 1. Let me just rearrange the scoreboard. And Nash, if you could rearrange the scoreboard as well, so like the players are lined up properly. Now, let me fix this. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, both junglers starting topside, playing towards the bot lane, as I said. Nothing out of the ordinary with the runes. I think everything pretty standard. We see the Cho'Gath does have Hail of Blades. If he does catch out the Hui early game, he does have a lot of kill potential, especially if the Kindred is following up at all.
Yep,
So there's a
early
1 second
ward
difference,
down.
we're good.
Yeah, all good. 09, 10.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're good.
Early ward by Cho'Gath onto Kindred's blue side. That is interesting ward. I wouldn't expect Wukong to be invading anytime soon.
Yeah, I
and
mean, I
especially
guess.
Kindred starting blue side too. So,
Yeah, you know, both junglers look like they're full clearing. Kindred full clear is going to be a little bit faster than the Wukong.
Yep.
Wukong doesn't really have the full speed clear that he used to. But there is a ward on the chickens, so they are going to see that Kindred is popping down and has taken 3 camps already.
Yep, they're very aware, even the ping coming out. And really Polio pushing Jono into tower, doing a lot of damage. We can see the counter pick matchup coming to play.
Yeah,
Just
there's not really too much kill threat up there either, but a bit of a CS lead. We see bot lane, mid lane, CS all pretty even. I think the first point of action in this game is going to be the Scuttle spawn. We'll see which Scuttle the mark coin flips on. If it's bot side, we could see a bit of a play for the bot side Scuttle. If it's top, both junglers probably just going to run top. Securing that first mark on the Kindred is pretty important because this one's probably the easiest one to get. It just gets harder from here, having to look to invade. It is going to be the top side that spawns on.
So BRDN will just be sprinting straight away to the top side, and I believe Alphacasia will have to give it up because the clear is not as fast.
Yeah, it was nice use of the scrying orb, the vision one, I think, whatever it's called. It got vision of Alpha Arcadia. I saw that he wasn't his blue buff. Does give Brayden the opportunity to just walk topside, secure that first mark. Good start for the Kindred. Wukong going to do the same thing on the opposite side of the map. See Brayden looking for a little bit of deep vision here. Does drop the ward onto the enemy chickens.
Yeah,
he's looking towards top.
To top lane. Yeah, it was frozen, and now it's prime setup for the Kindred gank into the Galio. So I do. Rumble is engaging onto Brilliant Polio. He will get the phase rush, but Kindred's here to mark him and flash. They will trade flashes, and first blood goes to Rumble. Did he also get the mark for that one? I can't tell.
No, he didn't. Just 1 mark, but still a little bit greedy from Real and Polio. They did know that Kindred is walking towards that top side to get that Scuttle, so I guess he messed up his wave state a little bit. The ward wasn't ideal, and Rumble picking up that kill is going to help him a lot in this lane that he isn't really favoured in, but being able to come back to lanes with those full Swift disputes picked up already, definitely going to benefit him.
Yeah, Jonu was really good at freezing the lane with his shield. He did freeze the lane, and it was messed up for Brilliant and Polio. It just sets up beautifully for the Kindred, so that's really good from Jonu on that one.
Despite that, the
But-
wave for Jono is not good. The Galio is pretty good.
now it's not good.
He has a 7 CS lead on the Galio, and he's got a frozen wave, so not ideal for Jono. He really needs to get this wave in somehow.
It was good, and now it's not so good. And looks like full vision control is going to happen in the bot lane. I think they're starting Dragon. Yes, they're starting Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, the mid lane had so much priority that Blade X did get the wave in, force the TP out of Cho'Gath. We'll see if Destiny are going to look for this. Kindred is looking up to Hwei. Hwei has the flash available. His team is walking up. Wukong is coming. The Hwei ultimate onto the Kindred. Kindred gets one shot, caught in no man's land. We'll see if Cho'Gath is caught out as well. It's pretty tanky. Shouldn't be in too much danger, but a little bit of an overstep from Brayden. They wanted to give the dragon. They decided to look for the play onto the Hwei, but they don't really have any damage, so a bit greedy there from Destiny.
Exactly. BRD and Fort. Blade X was out of position, out of rotation, would catch them, but actually it was the other way around, and Alpha Cage was there to follow it up.
Yeah,
Even
so
in the
gold,
top lanes. Yep.
yeah,
Go on.
coming in gold does go over. The gold lead goes to RGB, sorry. But Kindred looking for another game mid. Hwei still doesn't have the flash available. The silence isn't going to hit. The Q hits onto the Hwei as well. Hwei falls down. Nice flash follow from the Cho'Gath. Hits the rupture, hits the silence, and that is going to be a kill going over to the Cho'Gath. And Hwei also doesn't have the TP available, so he's going to miss a wave here. But we see Alpha Arcadia is walking down Prodigium in the bot side. Kindred trading away these top chickens. We see Kindred did get that second mark onto the Hwei there, so not a bad start, picking up 2 marks at 7 minutes.
It is a little bit of fighting everywhere on the map, and this is the threat of the Cho'Gath mid. If you get hit by 1 Q, you know, Cho'Gath, no matter what they build, just level 6, can 90% HP you, just a little bit more damage to Kidron and you're dead. So, that is the threat, and he will be going tank.
He has picked up that Spectre's Cowl already into the pretty heavy AP damage from the side of GPs. It is going to be a pretty big item once he picks that up along with the Merc treads. I think this guy's going to be unkillable. Santa doesn't really have tank damage, and I mean Wukong does have a bit of damage once he picks up the Sundered Sky and Cleaver, but until then, this Cho'Gath is feeling pretty safe.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess it's up to Wukong to gain enough physical damage to kill this Cho'Gath, or they can just kill everyone else on their team and then kill the Cho'Gath.
Do I get the builder?
But
Wukong doesn't go to Sundered, does he? It's Triforce into Black Cleaver?
nah, Triforce.
Yeah, okay.
Triforce. No, builds
My jungle builds are the best.
that's not Sundered Sky. What's the item? I don't even know what it's called anymore.
Okay, Wukong main by the way. But we see both teams looking towards this top side. Wukong is caught out a little bit, fakes the Cyclone. Huge knockup coming out of the Cho'Gath, flash stun coming in from the Bard. Rumble is here, but Ezra does a lot of damage, does pick up the kill onto the Cho'Gath, and Kindred also going to fall to the Wukong. Another fight that Brayden looks for, but they just don't have the damage yet, and they're going to get picked off by the early rotate from the Brayden, who is there to counter the play. Wukong buys enough time with his W into the Cyclone. We see a 1v1 happening in the bot side modifier, doing a fair bit of damage, but Jin is just going to walk away. But yeah, it is going to be a 2-for-0 for the side of GPs and the Herald. I'm not the Herald, sorry. The Grubs being picked up for free.
Yeah, huge play by GPs. They get a lot of acceleration on that, and
Look at bot
even
there.
the Wukong.
Prodigium TP's in behind Modifier. Modifier a bit caught out. Has flash available, but the ultimate comes out from the Jin. Stun falls onto the center. All the ultimates are hitting. Center forced to burn the barrier. Uses flash way too late. Doesn't avoid the Jin ultimate. The Bard ultimate onto the turret. Can they pick up the kill? Prodigium picks it up. A little bit of a late flash from the Modifier. Flashing after the 4th Jin shot already hit. So nice counterplay. Prodigium using that spellbook to pick up that TP and catch out the center and pick up 2 kills. And as well from that, Kindred invading the enemy bot side is going to get a mark and the enemy blue buff. So a nice counterplay from Destiny, knowing they messed up the top side play, but making sure they're answering back quickly and looking for something on the other side of the map.
Exactly. Prodigium, you know, being a high 200 LP master player, definitely uses spellbook to the full potential, TPing in to get a play, even though his teammates did both die. You know, you have to trade kill for kill, and even with the gold lead, the gold is even. So they're keeping in the game, not like out of the running yet.
Yeah,
What
I
is
mean,
your
the
time,
gold,
by the way?
17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, alright. All good.
Yeah, I mean, the gold is even, but I think GPs probably have the better team fight and scale and comp, and they've picked up the dragon and the grubs already, so they're not too bad for GPs. GPs are looking for this red buff. We'll see if they're able to do anything. Prodigium is here, so is a dream to me, but it is a 4v3. Jin moving a little bit late. They do want to secure this red buff. Alpha Arcadia a little bit overextended, does jump onto Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's so tanky there. Wukong forced him out of the Cyclone. Wukong is going to fall to the Cho'Gath ultimate, but there is damage coming from the backside with the center. Hui walking up, Brayden is forced to flash. Cho'Gath falling dangerously low, does he fall? Nice stun coming out of the brand, does pick up the Cho'Gath. Jin is here now as well with the Bard. Are they able to do anything? No. Going to be a 1-for-1. Both teams going to walk it out. A kill going over to a Dream to Meme, and then who picked it up for GPs? I think Ezra got the kill. Yeah, 1-for-1.
Really ballsy plays coming out of Jupies, going into DST.
But Ezra overextended here, doesn't have the flash available. The W is going to hit from the Jin. Do they have the damage to follow it up? No, Ezra going to turn onto the bar, pops the ultimate, pops the passive, and the ignite. Another play where Destiny thinks somebody's caught out, and then Jupies turn around and say no, and one-shot them.
You know, you can't underestimate Ezra's bread. With the ignite, even though this is support, he still does a lot of damage. With that blasting one, it's a bit too much damage for Jim. You have to respect that.
We'll see, they're going to look for Dragon here. A little bit greedy from Jupies to go for this without resetting, but it looks like Destiny don't want to contest it. Brayden is on the wrong side of the map, so despite what I think is a little bit greedy of a Dragon call, Destiny not going to look to do anything about it, and they're just going to give that one up. So that is second Dragon going over towards Jupies, as well as the 3 grubs, so and a gold lead. So like, I mean, it's going pretty well for Jupies.
Yes, I do believe they have feats of strength for the objectives. Kindred's just grabbing his marks on the other side. Galio will take a look at it. Maybe he sees it. Yes, he's just waiting around.
Goes for the
I
kick.
don't believe they can do anything. No. He won't. No, he won't get that. All right. Bit ambitious, but
That, I mean, I know it's not looking great for Destiny, but that is
That's
6
nice,
marks picked up for the Kindred. So 6 marks in 12 minutes is pretty good. You know, with the Kindred, the first 4 marks gets him the first stats. But as I'm saying that Prodigium caught out is going to get out. But yeah, the first 4 marks give him the stats, and then from there, every 3 marks gives him the next set of buffs. So sitting on 6 here, 1 more from that second upgrade, with the Kraken Slayer completed as well. He's going to have a fair bit of damage, especially into the pretty close-range champions like the Wukong and the Galio.
it is quite a lot for just 30 minutes in game, I will have to admit. We do have more invades coming in the bot side. Ezra's just poking down the BRDN. Bladex flashes, misses the ult, completely whiffs, but that's the Dream to Meme's flash. It's not Bladex's fault. But he is putting pressure onto Dream to Meme, really pushing him back into tower, even more poke damage. Dream to Meme should respect this, like he's about in death range, but Prodigium might come to help the mid laner here.
Yeah,
He'll be on the ward.
Wukong is here as well. 2v3 it looks like. We'll see if any team does want to go for it. Brayden is going to jump over the wall. Wukong does hit the clone. The Q misses onto Quay. Quay doesn't have flash available, but Wukong is here. They can't pick up the Quay with the center ultimate. Kindred forced to use the ultimate. Is getting caught out here. 1v4 in no man's land. Is going to fall. Gallia TP's down as well as the Rumble. But I don't think either TP is going to matter. The fight's already over. We'll see if anyone looks for the fight. Jin does hit the snare, but nothing going to come out of it. So, I mean, it feels like a broken record here. It's this Destiny looking for players, and the players are just not working.
It certainly is not working. I would have to say Bladex's movement on that one just broke the ankles of the Dream to Meme, and the perfect timing on his fear to stop BRDN from doing anything after his ult is an excellent play by Bladex. So, and definitely good follow up from Alpha Acacia.
Yeah,
so it's just like they're playing it just a little bit better, or I would say a lot better than DST, and they just can't catch a break. When they think they can get the play, they just can't.
Yeah, and I think GPs definitely have the easier comp as well, so it makes these plays a lot easier to pull off. The Destiny comp doesn't as we said in the Champions League, doesn't really have that much engage or lockdown potential without the Bard ultimate. So they're going for the risky plays. It's not working. As we see, Jono is caught out, flashes towards the enemy turret, but Braden is here. Do they win the 2v2? Wukong does drop the cycle, and Rumble ult is forced into the Galleon as well. Dropping low, and Kindred is going to fall. Jono left here for the 1v2. His team is walking up towards him. Are they going to make it in time? Jono does like his odds here. It's going to burn the Galio, but going to walk out. We see more fighting here. The bot lane is walking up. Ezra is here. Cho'Gath walking forward. The Bard ultimate not going to hit anybody. Hui dropping dangerously low, but they turn it around. There's so much AoE coming out of the Hui and the Brand. It's going to be a 4 for 1.
4 for 1.
4 for 1. Wow.
They really just can't catch a break. They're just pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to get this Hui. But when you're just running in straight into Hui and Brand, you're taking out way too much damage. You're just gonna die. But I feel like at that point where they really want to get that trade, they really want to make that play. They've committed too much, and it's just not working out for DST.
Yeah, I mean, and
So
I think
even
this is
getting
a spot.
Herald.
It's a spot we don't usually see DST, and they usually making good plays around the map. But this game, it just seems desperate. Galio recalling, does he get picked out before the TP?
TP in.
The Q is going to hit. Galio has flash available. Is he going to be able to use it? Hail of Blades. Can Cho'Gath get the feast? No, he can't. The Rupture is going to miss. Nice taunt coming out of the Galio into the W, into the phase rush. Does have to burn his flash, but is going to deny a 1 stack of the feast from the Cho'Gath.
Whoa. I have to take a step back on this one. I swear Cho'Gath's feast does way more damage than what Galio had. There's some misplay happening there on the Dream Team meme. Do believe he could have feasted a long time earlier, but maybe I'm just...
Play called out here again, doesn't have flash, Rupture's not going to hit, they don't have the damage though. They do it? They don't? No, they don't. Sen ultimate comes down, Redemption is forced from the bot as well. Again, it's like the 10th time they looked for Blade Extra and failed, and now Jupies do have a chance to counter-engage. Herald is dropped. The clone is going to be forced. Rupture hits on the Brand, nothing can come out of it, but the Galio W is going to hit onto the Cho'Gath, who did just burn his flash. Wukong dropping dangerously low, forces the cycle and onto Kindred, is going to fall. Gets caught out. Is the fight going to continue? Bard hits a nice stun under 2 members into the Rumble ult. Can they look for anything? All of the members of DST pretty low, don't really have a front line. Bard ult hits the back line onto Ezra, but can they follow it? No. Everything being used in this team fight, but it is just going to be the 1 for 0, but the dragon is up and they have picked off the enemy jungler. Are they going to look for the dragon? No, Rumble is getting chopped out dangerously low, is going to fall 2 blade extra, they are hitting the dragon. Kindred stuck in the dragon pit. Does flash away, Jin walking up, trying to find some damage back. But the Brand ultimate into the Hui damage is so much. Instantly one-shotting 2 people, the fight's still going. But DST are so low, flash forward coming out of Modify.
And they are going to win the fight, and they do pick up a few kills, 2 kills and the dragon on this one. So that will put them on 1 away from Soul Point. Alpha KJ did revive, he will come back, but is already over.
I mean, it's just a disaster for Destiny. Every fight they look for, it looks kind of promising at the start, but I mean, as we said, they don't have any sort of engage, they have no lockdown potential, so even though it starts off well for them, they just don't have the follow-up to actually get a kill. And in the extended fights, the more tanky team with the sustain, with the Galio, with the Senna is going to win, especially when they have all this AoE damage with the Brand, with the Hui.
I did originally think that DST would have the range advantage with their team comp, but I'll be honest, the Kindred, the Jin, the Rumble, they have like a kind of mid-range damage. Even Alpha Acacia doing some damage on Prodigium. I think they're going to look for a play on Prodigium. Kindred's coming down. Alpha Acacia is going in for more damage. Blade X is caught out. Galio will come all down. The system, Kindred's just dead here. Really, Polio is going for the Rumble, just shy short from getting this Rumble, and they will get a free kill. And like, they're looking for the play, and it's really good for them to be proactive, but Jupies is just all on top of it. They just know, and they will be there. Galio can always, help his team from anywhere on the map. Almost anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost track of the times the Blade Extra has been like caught out as Destiny thinks, and then he gets a Galio ult and a Senna ult, and he just walks away on 1 health, and yeah, then Jupies just win the whole fight. We see Jupies walking towards top side now, and Jono doesn't have the ultimate available. Well, actually, sorry, he does ult the wave, but it's not going to be enough. The turret is going to fall anyway. So another turret being picked up for Jupies, and that is going to snowball the gold league to about 5,000 on top of the 3 dragons, on top of the herald, on top of the 3 grubs. Destiny are just so desperate here, trying to find something, and none of it's working. Another ultimate onto Blade Exa. Is he caught this time? The Rupture is going to hit, doesn't have flash available, Exhaust is going to drop. Do they have the damage though? Fear coming out of the Quay, and the damage from the Brand. They're ignoring the Brand. Cho'Gath flashes forward, he's going to fall to Ezra. Ezra is going to fall here though. Wukong looking for the counter engage, but with the Quay damage, Wukong is going to pick up the kill onto Kindred. Quay finally dying in the backline. No, doesn't get the kill. Will he die to the burn? He doesn't die. And for the 50th time in a row, Blade Exu gets caught out, and his whole team's there, and he's not actually caught out. And Destiny's dead.
We were saying that they had the gold lead. The gold lead stuff wasn't so bad, but now it's snowballed to 5,000, 6,000. Every objective's on the side of JWPs, and yes, Cho'Gath was tanky. I did admit I saw Cho'Gath tanking so much damage, but just walking straight into the fear, into the stun of Bran, it's just not fun. It's just not good for this Cho'Gath.
You
So they
can't
will pick
ignore
up
Brand.
another con as well.
Brand doesn't even have any, like, he doesn't have any Andrews, he doesn't have a Blackfire torch yet. He only has Rallies and a Haunting Guide, and he still doesn't melt him through the Cho'Gath. But it's like, they're just tunnel visioning. They're seeing Blade Exu with no flash and no Zhonya's, and they're like, okay, we have to kill him here, but what damage do they have? Like, sure, they have some CC with a Jhin, with a Cho, with a Bard, but even if it hits, who is killing this way? I don't think anybody is.
No one's killing this way. I think I was trying to say before, Kindred and Jhin, they have the range, right? They're ADCs, but I do think like Wei and Bran is just a bit more of their spells, right? I do believe their poke is better. Even though you kind of drafted a poke comp, you're getting out poked by the support in mid lane.
Yeah, and the enemy
So
also
it
has
just
sustain,
doesn't work.
and they also have a sanity where you can't get hit by the long range Jhin and Kindred.
They just have so much they can do, and then they have the engage with the Wukong Galio. They have the front line. It's just they got everything.
Yeah, and I'd like to take back what I said in Champions. Like, that's not a close draft. I think GPs have completely draft gapped them.
They were trying to cook
just-
up something, but it's.
I mean, I get where it's coming. Like, you see Jhin Bard a lot in pro play, along with like a Rumble
that's good.
to follow up, but I think with the Kindred Cho'Gath, I think the team just loses their identity.
Yeah, you do need a front line with the tank, like maybe a Xin Zhao or something, and then a more conventional mage, maybe a Talia or something like that. That would be a lot better.
Yeah, they just need like some sort of frontline engage, and they just don't have it. Yeah.
Well, I would say the game's not over until it's over. Maybe there's a comeback opportunity coming up from here. They did get the shutdown on Ezra just before, but that went over to BRDN. He does have 2 items. A big Bard ultimate coming out onto the center. They will catch him up. No, they won't. They just flashed just in time. And Dream to Meme is taking the front line, taking no damage at all. Jhin ultimate maybe will allow them to disengage.
Yeah, I mean, they're
There
able
you
to build
go.
a center flash. Good start, but can they turn it into a dragon?
We're gonna have Gully is going to go in. Once BRD and flashes out, Jono's in a terrible position. He will get hit. Cyclone, big cyclone in the back line, but he will pop the ultimate to save. Gully coming in on top of the Wukong, sorry, my bad. And everyone's going onto the Cho'Gath. He can't escape, and they will just run them down. 1, 2, 3, 4. The backline's dead. So
Yeah,
this is
I
a
mean-
perfect 5-0 for GPs.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows the difficulty of the Destiny comp. They burn the center's flash, and they see that the dragon's coming up, so like they know that they should be looking for something here, but like they can't look for anything. There was just such a big Wukong flank, and the center and Galio stole so much time without dying that the Wukong was able to walk into the backline for free, hit the big ultimate. Then after that Cyclone drops, the Brand is just, he has 8 kills here. Once he drops his full combo and the passive starts proccing on the enemy backline, the Brand is just one-shotting the wall, and then pair that up with the 25 stack Magi on the way. They're just doing so much AoE magic damage, and no one else on the team has any MR except for this Cho'Gath. I mean, Kindred has picked up the Hex Drinker now, but you know, it feels really sad having to build a 3rd item Hex Drinker when you're playing Kindred.
Yeah, their team can't build magic resist. Their builds don't incorporate it. The Hex Drinker, it is magic resist, but let's be honest, it's not much. It doesn't do much. Triple Swifty boots actually. May have to get around the map quickly. Prodigium's ultimate, like I said, you can get the ultimate combo with the Cho'Gath Q, but it's not guaranteed still, you know. Then it just flashes out and you just wasted like your whole identity over one center flash, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think from here, I'm trying to find some angles for Destiny to get back into the game, but
No,
I'm
it's
really
a
not
wrap.
seeing any. Even if they get a pick, they are down a soul. They have 3 losing lanes. They're down CS in mid and top. I mean, Duplat has done well here. He's picked up a bit of a gold lead. I mean, not a gold lead, sorry, a CS lead. And only died once. Really, Polio is overextended in the bot lane here, but the Baron is up. I mean, GPs can just hit
Baron is
Baron
up.
here, and they
Yeah.
can't even kill Galio. This Galio is so tanky with the Hollow Radiance and the Riftmaker and the upgraded Merc Treads that he's more than happy to pull 4 people bot lane. Rumble is gonna drop the Equalizer onto the Baron, but not really gonna do anything, and he is just gonna fall here. Alpha Arcadia picks up the smite, and that is gonna be Baron and a kill for nothing.
Yeah, beautiful macro coming out GPs. They know like if anyone goes for real Polio, he's too tanky. They see them, they go for Baron. It's just simple gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even good macro by GPs. It's just Destiny. I mean, it is good macro, but it's just Destiny being so desperate that they're sending 4 people to look for a Galio on the bot side. That's never gonna work. And they're just giving Baron. I think if they want to flip something, they should just hit the Baron themselves and flip one more team fight, because they are just bleeding out here. Huge bot ultimate though. It means absolutely nothing, but big bot ultimate onto the back lane. Nothing gonna come of it. They are gonna lose their inhibitor. Cho'Gath walking up here, but Senna, so confident, is so fair, drops the ultimate into the stun, into the flash engage from the Wukong. Junior's gonna fall, the Galio up following in. Cho'Gath's trying to find some sort of damage back, but it's not gonna matter. Cho'Gath is gonna fall. Really, Polio a little bit deep, does die to the turrets, but doesn't really mean much. The Nexus turrets are gonna fall, and it is gonna be a stomp. Light up 1 second down. Look quick for the pipe. Nexus falls. It is a complete stomp from the side of GPs. And I mean, as we were saying, GP is probably the underdog in this series, and they've come out in dominant fashion and embarrassed Destiny in the first game.
They definitely did. I would say like GPs has a lot of experience together, but with their 2 new players, Modify and Ezra, they're just showing that they're just a solid team altogether. And they, I don't even know what to say, to be honest. They just played it all round. They played it perfectly this game, and Destiny just couldn't find the correct opening. They tried to make plays. They tried to make plays, but Blade Exo was just all over it, and their whole team just capitalized on everything they did.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a good team fight coming out of GPs, which is what they do every week. They just pick these comps that scale well, lots of CC, really good team fighting. Even this game, even before the team fighting, they were winning the early lanes and they were picking up all the objectives. So if you're picking a team fight scaling comp and you're winning early game, it's really not a good sign for the enemy at all.
Definitely not. All right, so do you want to go into some SVPs first?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find an SVP. I think, I would look towards Duplat. He was kind of AFK, but he was AFK and not inting, and the rest of his team was inting.
I guess that's a fair statement. Like, you gotta pick the least worst player, but I
He was
wouldn't
up
say.
CS as well. Up CS the whole game. His first death was in that mid-game team fight.
Oh, let's see it.
But he did no damage. He did the least damage on the team. Can we give him SVP? I don't know.
He just couldn't do damage. That's just part of the game. Is playing Jin on the losing side. You just can't do damage as ADC because you'll be dead.
Yeah.
But I just can't give it to the Kindred or Cho'Gath either. I felt like they were like the duo combo that kind of got gapped by Blade Exa and Alpha Acacia in the mid jungle. So
maybe Jonu? I mean, Jonu did a lot of damage. He was winning the lane. He did have help early, but he was winning his lane early on. He did a fair bit of damage. But his CS isn't very good. He has 6 CS a minute. He wasn't able to snowball much. He blinded the Rumble, and the Galio counterpick kind of just negated it completely. I don't know. I don't know who to pick.
Yeah, I don't mind giving it to Dupla. I think he's probably the best player. Played the best on this team. What he had.
He played the least bad. You know?
Yeah, 8 CS per minute. Right? ACS per
Yeah, he's
minute's
up
not
CS
bad.
in a losing lane. He didn't die in lane. He only died in late game team fights. I think Duplo.
Yeah, let's give
Yeah,
it Duplo.
it was a
All right,
Duplo.
congratulations, Duplo, for SVP for your team on game 1 of the semi-finals. And then we can chuck it over to the MVPs. This one might be a bit harder, as everyone played pretty well. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I mean, I would look towards. It's tough. I think probably Wukong or Brand. I think.
Really?
I think Blade
Wukong.
Exer does lots of damage, but he was caught out a lot and got bailed out by the team comp. And
I do think
yeah,
he did
yeah.
get caught, but his movement was pretty insane. I don't like giving it to Blade Exa. That's a personal opinion, but it's like I do think he played pretty darn well for that one. He did sidestep a lot of Bartles, a lot of choke FQs when I didn't expect them to actually. I thought they would hit, and they just didn't. So I think that like really broke the Destiny's mental when their CC is missing and they just couldn't get the kill. So I'm honestly favoring Blade Exa on this one.
You can give it to him. I think he played
Yeah,
well.
he played
Yeah,
really
I mean,
well.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
they
do.
they built the team comp around him, and he performed. So yeah, I think the whole team played well. I think the bot lane did well. I think the brand found a lot of picks in team fights. I'm surprised the damage is so low. I expected more damage from the brand. I'm surprised to see that he rushed Rylai's. Even on support, I don't think that's the build. So I think that's why his damage was low, but I think he was playing team fights well. Just doing so much CC damage with the Hui as well, and the Wukong CC.
Yeah, I could see it on the brain as well. He did get some solo kills. He did bail out Blade Exa in the mid lane. Yeah, it's a bit hard one. I would say only Hui or Bran. Which one do you want to give it to?
I think Hui. We'll give it to Blade
Give it
so
to Hui.
pick up
All right,
another one.
pick up another one. All right, congratulations, Blade Exa, for your MVP for game 1 of the semi-finals.
I think we have a break between games. I think we usually
Yes,
do.
but I do believe they're probably out of game few minutes already, 3 minutes already. So
That's what Nash has to say. We'll see what's happening.
yeah,
Oh, please message me. Yeah, we'll be right back for 5 minutes. Okay. We'll be back in
5 minutes.
5 minutes with game two, but 1-0 for Jupies.
See you then. Okay.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. to protect your soul. Here we go. Invincible.
Trying to work you out is killing
Hello. We're back for game 2. Are we in? I'm gonna assume we're in. Alright, we're back for game 2. We're just waiting for... What are we waiting for? I'm not even sure anymore. The casters are ready.
Everyone's ready.
The audience ready.
Go, go,
Alpha
go.
Cage is ready. Go, go, go. Let's game to it.
Okay.
So, let's see. So with the fearless draft, no Wukong, no Galio, no Hui, no Senna, no Bran, no Bard, no Jin, no Cho'Gath, Kindred, or Rumble.
We see GPs did lose game 1, so they did get side select for game 2. We see they have decided to swap over to the blue side. We'll see if their drafting strategies change at all, or if they'll keep with the
Wait,
same
what?
stuff.
I thought the losers decides which side they
I
want.
am quite patient.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm inting the cast.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Destiny lost and chose red side. Okay.
As they chose red side. They constantly chose
Success.
red side. They thought the blue side sucked. So they chose red side.
Oh, winter. Yeah, no
Yeah.
changes to the bans yet. We see Nico taken away from the GM, the Blitzcrank taken away as well. Inara still banned as well. Looks
I
like
do
both
believe-
teams. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
do
don't-
believe Destiny chose red side because they did first pick Rumble, and I don't think they have a particular first pick they wanted. You know, Rumble gets countered by Galio pretty heavily, so I think that was a big blunder by them. So they're changing it up. They're picking red side. They get first and second. They get a counter pick the first pick. We got the Nocturne, Ivan. They're still respecting Alpha KG's jungle and Inara.
They did choose to swap out the Pantheon ban for the Ivan, and GPs did move their Xerath ban to the first phase and dropped the. Was it Pike that was banned? I think it was Pike.
No, was it? Might have been.
Yep,
Pike.
there is the blind for a little
Sante.
polio. Does good as Sante, does play that champion a fair bit, and with the Rumble taken out, one less counter up, but Jonu does play stuff like the Gwen and the Camille, and yeah, Gwen is hovered here. I think Gwen did get nerfed a little bit last patch, but nothing too big, and it's still a pretty easy matchup into the Cassandra.
Yeah, he certainly did. She certainly did. I mean, but you know, after you see the Cassandra pick, you can just pick whatever top laner you want. Jonu's Gwen.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they draft a little bit more engaged in front line this time. See Trundle. Yeah, two really big counters into Xante. Xante is not happy to see this at all.
I guess I was gonna say they're gonna pick the Trundle if they're leaving the Pantheon up. They believe that's the counter to Pantheon. Is Trundle is it's a good matchup for Trundle. So that's why they've left it up. They can pick the Pantheon they want. All the other junglers Alpha might have, like, I haven't seen him play Fiddlesticks in a while, to be honest. What has happened to that? What do you think?
I think Fiddlesticks is a real champion right now, unfortunately. But
Just nerfed into the ground.
in the Trundle, Nocturne ban, Ivan ban, you don't really want to play Pantheon into it. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what he does up towards into the Trundle. We see Siva is going to be picked up for Modify, pretty safe champion. I'm definitely really strong this patch if you look at LCK or LPL. Siva, the most picked ADC in both leagues right now. And then pair that up with a Karma as well, a super safe lane that has a lot of move speed and enables the whole team as well. So two pretty safe champions, not really that punishable. I mean, Ashe is a pretty good answer into the Siva with the spell shield not blocking the slow. Duplate is an Ashe player as well, so I would like to see Ashe picked up here. But they might opt towards. Oh no, don't pick Varus. Duplate, it is his most played champion. I get it, it's a safe pick, but like you really don't want to be playing Varus in a lane where you're being outpoked and outshoved, and you're versing a Siva spell shield.
Definitely not in the Karma spell shields as well. Cannot poke him down. You definitely know a lot about that, and they still pick it anyway. So
And the lethality got nerfed a lot.
got nerfed, yeah.
And playing on hit when you're outranged is also not ideal. So I mean, not the biggest fan of the Varus pick, but it is his most played champion, and it still is a pretty safe pick. So Not the worst, but Fiddlesticks, as you said, is going to be taken away from Alpha Acacia.
Someone's listening to the cast. I know it. I know Destiny's listening to the cast right now because
That's
Alpha
Daniel.
Cajun has never played Fiddlesticks in his life in the last 20 professional games. He has never picked Fiddlesticks, so I don't know what's going on there. You guys just got baited by the shoutcasters. I know you didn't
Taken away.
listen. There you
Even
go,
the
it's the dream to
big
meme.
Swain player. Swain taken away in Espress there. We'll see what the other bait is. I assume it'll be another jungler. I don't really think there's much point
No,
banning away
Orion.
any of Blade X's champions. I mean, he plays every AP mage, and he's going to do the same thing on all of them. Like, whether it's Hui, whether it's Talia, whether it's Oriana, whether it's Syndra, it's all the same thing. I think it's kind of a waste banning him out when you can just take away another jungler. But they do take away the Ori, and GPs are going to respond with the Annie takeaway from Dream to Meme.
And maybe they want him on a different mid laner, like a Vex, Talia. He has a big champion pool, so they are hovering the Nautilus for the bot lane. What do you think?
No.
Is that
I really don't like it. Like, you're playing into Civic Karma. Civic's gonna block the shield, and now you've just picked yourself a losing lane completely. And your mid laner champion pool has been pinched a lot. So, I mean, I would assume they're gonna have a losing mid lane as well. So, they're once again forced to play through their top side. But if you're leaving a Civic Karma alone into a Varus, the Varus is gonna be down 50 CS and not allowed to play the game.
Javin picked up for Alpha Acacia, and
That's
it
something.
is. Yeah, Blade X's champion pool is just way too big to counter pick. Like, way too many mages.
Yeah, I mean, even with counter pick for a Dream to TF.
No.
You are
That is
traumatized
a
from this
bait.
pick. I will
That
assure.
is.
Okay.
There we go, Syndra. That is
Shout out
not
to
a,
Byron
not a
Bernstein
Blade
with that
X
one.
pick. Thanks, Byron.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's hard to really find a mid lane counter pick for a Dream to Meme here. Kali is being hovered. I'd be surprised to see that picked. Ari, definitely more likely. But even Ari and Syndra are not the best matchup, and you can't really pick the Siva or Karma, and you're not killing Cassante, so. And, I mean, Ari makes the most sense, but I really don't like the idea of saving 5th pick counter pick into a mage player who is just going to pick a mage, and we don't really have a
Yeah.
proper answer into it.
He's just gonna pick a control mage, and there's not really much counters to a control mage. When you don't play an assassin, you're just gonna
Yeah, I
pick
mean,
another control mage. So
The answers are like the stuff like the Akali, but Akali doesn't fit their team comp at all.
Mm.
They need some sort of range to deal with the Siva. So, I mean,
So
again,
it's-
I think GPs have won this draft pretty hard.
I don't know. On paper, if I just look at Destiny's comp just by itself, it looks not bad. I actually like it. But then I have to open my eyes and look at GPs as well, and I'm like, oh, it's
It's like-
it's doomed.
Where is the front line for Destiny? Is my only worry. Like, this Nautilus is not going to be tanking into a late game Siva. Neither is the Trundle. Siva, and again, who is killing the Siva? The Siva is just untouchable this whole game, and even if he does get touched, he has a spell shield and a Karma. And then disengage from his Cassante Syndra Javin as well. I think Modify could just solo carry this whole game.
Yeah, but you're saying that like Modify, has to play perfectly, and it's Modify, so
No, he
maybe
doesn't.
this.
He doesn't have to
Oh.
play perfectly.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right.
The Silver 2 player could play Civic here and pop off. I think
Okay,
it's.
then if Modify doesn't pop off, is less than a silver player. We can put him.
I didn't say that.
You said it on cast right there and then.
Siva is in a good position to carry this game. Especially-
okay.
Especially when you're playing like a heavy scale in ADC, and they've also given you a winning lane into the Varus Nautilus.
Mm.
I think, Destiny gonna have to try and find something early. They do have a lot of power at level 6 with the Ari Varus and Nautilus, all having some engage with follow-ups. So, again, I think Destiny are gonna do the same thing as last game. They're gonna look for these aggressive plays, and they just need to pray that hopefully they have a bit more damage to follow up on the picks that they're looking for this time. Because if it was anything like last game, it's not going to be good for them.
Well, hopefully they pull their thumbs out of their mums because we want a game 3, and they need to win this one, or they will go down to the losers bracket and verse the team that
DTF.
wins. Verse Destiny 2. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
They will go down to losers and verse Destiny 2. Just wrap it up already.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Destiny do end up going to the losers bracket here, I think it would be a pretty big upset. Even if people had GPs winning this, I think a 2-0 is definitely not in the picture. I think it'd be disappointing. I think Destiny would be disappointed if they drop down 2-0 here. So hopefully they can, play a bit better than last game and try and take this series to the first game 3 of our finals.
Yeah, very, very possible, and hopefully not. Let's see what's happening in chat. We got Chris Rice saying Syndra super vulnerable. See if they can get Blade XR early. Junior Burger says got 100,000 on Jupies to win. Need this to pay for my kids' college. I don't know what site you're betting on, but please link it in the description below. Let's see Silver Scraps, Blue Side Death favorite.
Scrapes.
Sorry. Blue Side Death favorite here. Why is Blue Side favorite? Because they 1-0. Okay. 100k on Jupies. Oh,
Whatever.
yeah.
It's a team conference better here.
Junior Burgers. Oh, isn't Gwen the situational carry in team fights? All pierces and immunity.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I think she is, but I think the only issue is that Gwen kind of thrives when you're versing tanky champions. So the Gwen is gonna one-shot this Cassante and Jovan, but when it comes to an extended team fight, even if this Cassante dies, they really don't have any sort of way to get onto the Civil or Karma. Even if Blade X gets caught out a little bit, he has the Scout of the Week, and he has the move speed from the Karma Mantry as well as the Civil ultimate, so it's really hard to lock anybody down, even if they do find the initial pick.
So it's saying even if it's still not good for Gwen, even if it's situational.
Gwen needs to be ridiculously ahead and also just be one-shotting the front line, and then maybe if there's no front line, the Ari, Varus, and Nautilus can find picks onto the Karma, but yeah, I think it's, again, Destiny need to make sure they're playing this early game well, because if they don't get ahead early, they're just going to have no chance late game.
Completely. And we see a solid fan out from both teams. Just a little high five in the bush. Junior Burger says he has 100k against Nash. I didn't know Nash had bread like that. Harry Fudge says he'll DDoS the other team to get shares of the winning. I have to avoid the bet afterwards.
No, we're not DDoSing. No.
We have to avoid the
No
bet.
gambling, no DDoSing.
Unlucky.
Nope.
Unlucky.
What time are you at? Let's sync it up.
1:15, 1:16, 17, 18,
We're good.
19. Beautiful.
GPs do get the early ward into the enemy top side. Now I'm gonna track this Braden's path thing. But Trundle is looking into the enemy jungle here. He's gonna start on the enemy chickens. They're not gonna know about this.
Yeah, it could put Alpha Cage behind a lot on this one. Let's see if he takes both, the chickens and the red buff. I would assume so. But maybe not the ground.
No knowledge of it. Alpha Arcadia gonna be full claim towards the bot side. Is gonna be in for quite the surprise when he sees the bot side is gone. He does have the ward of the chickens, so he knows that Trundle isn't in his own top side, but it's gonna be hard for him to know that Trundle's bot. Nice hook onto Ezra. Ezra dropped really low here. It does have to burn the flash, but still does have to heal. Braden is here. I'm not sure that they really have the damage to look for a dive here. But, I mean, they could look for it on this next wave. But I think Trundle's tempo would be a bit messed up. They've got their own Tribush warded, so GPs are going to see that the bot side's taken, so yeah, I mean, Alpha Arcadia are going to look for the counter here, walking back into the enemy's top side to try and take these camps back, and yeah, it is just going to be a vertical jungle for both teams.
Yeah, that was a very valuable ward. Really bailed Application
Flash
out
forward
of
from
that
Johnny, looks for the pick onto William Polio, but doesn't fall. Flash is burned from the Gwen. Xante
Takes
does
a tower
drop
shot.
dangerously low, but is it going to fall? That is not ideal for the Gwen. Does have the winning lane, but forced to burn that Flash pretty early. Very susceptible now, especially when Jarvan is playing top side
side.
with the vertical map.
Well, bot lane seems like they're getting pushed in very hard. TPing coming out, it's pretty dangerous for Johnny to be TPing right into the wave with Jarvan topside here, so maybe a play can happen in a few seconds time. Modify even freezing the wave at the tower, so...
Yeah, I mean, Johnny does drop the ward into his tribe, should be safe here, I assume. Looks like Alpha Arcadia taking away the Krogs. But it has fallen a little bit behind. Brayden does have the temper. Already picking up this scuttle while Jarvan's still stuck on these Krogs. Is going to get spotted by the ward. Johnny's not going to die, and they're going to pick up the vision. We see mid lane Blade X having a pretty good time into this Ahri matchup. As I said, it's not really much of a counter. Picking Ahri is more of a 50-50 lane, but Cindy definitely has the prio and has picked up a bit of a CS lead already. We see Trundle is just getting these chicken respawns, so despite being spotted on the invade, he is still going to have a little bit of a tempo lead on the Jarvan.
Definitely. Jarvan will just keep on clearing, same as the Trundle. No backs yet. Ezra's gonna chain the Nautilus down, have some poke damage. He's actually gonna get hit by the snare. Maybe it looks a bit dangerous. Modify is overextending, getting damage on Prodigium. Prodigium's gonna get the hook, and boom, first blood goes over to Dupli.
Yeah, I mean, just way too aggressive from the side of GPs. They know that Trundle's bot lane, as they're already forced to burn the flash on the earlier fight, so very greedy of them to be trying to look for the trade. Even if they do have a winning lane, the side of the Nautilus and Trundle has so much lockdown, especially with the early game damage from the Varus. So yeah, a nice play by GP is able to get a bit of a lead onto this Varus. Is able to pick up that Dirk and here on recall.
Nice play for Destiny.
Destiny, sorry, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Alphacasia just needs to be communicating with his team, like Trundle will have to be bot side because they're vertical jungling, you know, you just got to communicate that, and so the bot lane doesn't overextend, don't over push their lead. Even Prodigium running into mid lane, they're going to look for something. Two of them in the bush. It's
caught out again.
Caught out again, but he's going to get
Flash
pillared.
early, it's dead.
Prodigium flash and he's going to be killed. I don't think...
As good as Blade Extra is, he has been getting caught out a lot early game, but we think top play really probably hits the ultimate onto Johnny. Johnny doesn't have the flash, it's going to be a solo kill for the Xante. Definitely not what you'd expect in this matchup.
Definitely not. And it's a 1-for-1 over the map.
Super Gym is walking back bot lane. Alpha Arcadia is here. Flash isn't available on the Varus. Varus is going to fall, but they're not playing it perfectly. They're going to get chunked out very low. Varus is going to get the trade kill onto the Karma. Silver forced to burn the flash as well, so a 1-for-1. Not playing the best by GPs, but they are still going to get the 1-for-1 trade and force Varus to miss all of that XP. Prodigium trading 1-for-1. Alpha Arcadia did flag a direct forward, does have flash available, but Brayden is here for the counter. Siva does finish her recall, hook hits onto the Jarvan. Jarvan EQs out, flashes away. Trundle follows up with the flash, isn't enraged to hit the Q slows, so bit of a misplay there. Definitely could have just burned the flash and taken it, but nice counterplay.
Yeah.
Brayden is there, is gonna force Alpha Arcadia recall, is gonna pick up the scuttle. We'll see if they do want to look for the dragon. They are hitting it. Modify is on his turret. It is kind of risky there. I mean, they don't really have mid prior to be starting this dragon. Jarvan is going to be back on the map before they can finish it, I would assume, but no, I mean, it looks like even with the mid pro, GP is not looking to contest this one.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit harder for blue side to contest.
Oh no!
Oh, Dream to
Dream
be
misses
jumping in,
everything. Cue them.
charm.
Oh, look at
Missing him.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, Ahri can do that. She can always just jump in, chuck charm, jump out. But yeah, maybe this is why they picked red side. It's easy to
GPs are
start
looking.
dragon. Modify just getting some damage, and everyone will go back. But yeah, picking red side, you can contest dragon much easier than blue side, you know, with the wall positioning. The map is not symmetrical like that.
Well, looking bot
GGM.
lane here. Modifier gets stunned. Hook is going to hit onto Ezra. He has the flash available. Is he going to use it? Pillar hits onto him. He is slowed, is healing, and flashes away. Charm hits in the mid lane. More fighting. Ari doesn't have the ultimate, doesn't have the kill threat, but another nice hook coming out of Prodigium is going to force both summoners out of Ezra. We'll see if they are able to capitalize on that. Ezra falling behind in XP is only level 4, which is really not what you want when you're playing this double range matchup.
Definitely not. You always want your ADC to be.
Oh no,
Audio
a dream
feed.
to name flash charms forward, misses everything. Alpha Arcasia is there. A disaster for a Dream Jamim, who is already struggling in this lane, is going to get killed. Burns his flash, and we'll see if GPs are able to look for an objective here. Blade Exit is pretty low, and pretty good walk up, so not able to get the grubs quite yet off that, but really not what you want to see for a Dream Jamim. Down 14 CS now, and no flash.
They will be looking out for the void grubs here. They're clearing vision, and I do believe, yeah, BRDM will start the void grub. So getting 2 objectives for none, it is at least something. Johnny does have priority. He will be walking down.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like GPs give the first one. Can they look for the contest? Prodigium is looking for the play. Knows that Ezra doesn't have flash, but Hook is going to hit. Prodigium is caught out a little bit. Gets hit by the flag and drag. Jarvan doesn't have the flash available. The whole ult is onto the Karma. Jarvan falling dangerously low. Jarvan is going to fall. Give a reset on the Ari ultimate. A bit of a weird play from GPs. I mean, they saw that Prodigium was caught out a little bit, but Jarvan EQing forward when he doesn't have the flash available. He isn't tanky enough yet, and he is just going to fall. And that is going to be all 3 grubs, as well as the dragon going over to the side of Destiny. So definitely looking a lot better for them compared to the first game.
Yeah, that definitely was not a play to be made by Jarvan. He saw Prodigium maybe like caught out, but he really wasn't. He is playing Nautilus. He's tanky, and he knows his team is right behind him for that charm. Karma can't do anything to help him out.
Oh no, that's not the ult.
That is spell shield by Varus. Are you ahead of me, by the way? What's your time, bro?
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, it should be the same.
Oh, solo kill coming out of Johnny. Johnny forced to burn the Flash Knight. Ultimate coming out of Kasante. Can he go AD? He drops the shield, and now is going to fall. A nice try for the turnaround from Real Deal Polio, but the Gwen doesn't have any items and just so much damage. And it is going to be a solo kill. Despite being solo killed earlier, Johnny able to use the counter matchup well and turn this lane back around, and is able to pick up that, what is that called? Bloodletter's Curse, first item.
Bloodletter's Curse, yes. That's exactly what we expected for Gwen top lane.
Is it?
Even I mean, no, not the item I'm talking about, the matchup.
Oh, yeah, the matchup, yeah.
Arcasia going in, so risky on that one. The charm's just barely missing. But Prodigium's here to hover his mid laner again. But
only one bot lane. Modifier does not have the flash available yet, but it will be up in a second. Prodigium is walking bot along with Brayden and Karma. Can they find anything? Modify is being caught out. Might have to burn the flash. The pillar is going to drop into the hook, onto the pillar, into the ultimate. Oh my god, the WQ coming out of Varus is going to pick up the kill. We do see the TP coming in from Blade Exa. Are they able to turn it around? Blade Exa finds the ultimate into the E, but not going to fall. The Q is going to hit onto the Varus after he flashes, a 1-for-1 coming out. But that is going to be Blade Exa's TP burned, and a nice spear coming out of Varus. Modify, unfortunately, not able to find the flash to avoid that one, and it is going to be a 2-for-1. Blade Exa did manage to, actually no, he didn't crash. TP is down, and Alpha Arcadia actually crashes the mid wave, so Ari is going to lose that mid wave, so not too bad for Blade Exa, but he is going to lose his TP. We see there is another fight in the top lane. Johnny was caught out, doesn't have the flash available. Can he find the turn damage? Hits the ultimate, but the Cataclysm is doing so much. And Gwen able to turn in such a close fight. Can he find the kill onto the Gwen? The Q isn't going to hit. It is going to hit onto the Java. Java's going to fall. Can Gwen find the fight? And she hits up the double kill. Gwen is immune. Gwen is snipping everybody. Gwen is healing her whole health bar. And she is one-shotting these tanks.
This is definitely not what we want to see with 1v2 in the top lane. Even in the bot lane, we got Trundle and Nautilus coming down. Maybe this Modify is out of position in this one. They're going to keep going. pillar knocks him around. Prodigium flashes on top of Modify, but there's too many minions will block the Q, and Modify will just run it out of there.
Yeah, as I said,
Yeah.
the Sivir pretty safe here. Doesn't even have to burn the flash. Just walks
No
out.
flash burn. They will get the dragon off this one. I think there's too many. GPs is not looking good, and Destiny just. It's like. I feel like I'm just watching the game in reverse here now. You know, like Red Tide is just better.
Red side's broken.
They will be-
confirmed, I guess.
Red Side is broken. They'll be starting dragon.
Yeah, nice rotate from Duplight, picks up that mid wave. Ari is going to TP towards the bot side. And yeah, the dragon is going to be picked up. And as well as that, the Gwen was able to pick up 2 plates in the top lane for free as well. So, I mean, it's just looking really good everywhere for Destiny. Mid lane, not going too well. Dream Domain is falling pretty far behind, but even behind gold, Ari is going to do the same thing. She's going to ult forward and look for a charm, and they're going to be able to follow her up. So, not too detrimental, but what is detrimental is this Gwen being so far ahead, because there's not really anybody on the side lane that can match her, as we saw. It's only 10 minutes into the game, and she's already 1v2ing the enemy top jungle, so this Gwen is going to be really untouchable this game.
Yes, we do need a performance out of Modify to chip away at this Gwen, but honestly, Gwen should just run him down and kill him. Modify 1v1 and 2-ply, some damage off there. It's looking really rough with GPs, and Destiny's in the pilot seat to just snowball this game out of control.
You'll see them look for anything. Driven his top side. Hook hits onto Modifier, but no real damage. The Mantra Q coming out of Common doing so much damage to Duplat. Duplat just clearing the wave. The ultimate is going to come out of Prodigium. Does try to burn the spell shield so he can hit the hook, but the hook's going to miss. The depth charge is just going to be burnt from Prodigium. Nothing going to come there, and yeah, are they going to be forced to reset and Modify? Able to get this wave crashed in for free. Does miss the cannon. Not ideal. But, I mean, they can look for the turret here. It might be a little bit greedy, but with no Nautilus ultimate available, I think they can get this turret pretty safely. But, Ari is roaming down. They're going to look to trade back at least a kill for this turret. Ignite drops. The flash is going to come out and Modify. They should be able to run away, yeah. Dream the Meme not able to make the time. And I mean, flash for turret is definitely... GB's definitely going to be happy with that one, able to get some gold back, and with that turret, they're actually even in gold. But we see Dream to Beam ulting forward onto Blade X. It does hit the charm this time, doesn't have the damage yet, but Trundle is coming in behind. Blade X does have flash available. Flag and Drag comes out of job and able to get out of that one. They are still chasing on Blade X, so Blade X misses the scan of the week. Flash charms come forward for Ari, not going to hit, but Prodigium is here, doesn't find the hook. Blade X is just untouchable. Mantra Q coming out of Karma, doing some damage. Flag and Drag onto the backline. Jarvan going in, but the Blade X is going to get caught out. Do they have the damage? Dropping dangerously low is Prodigium. Trundle is going to fall, but is caught out. Hits the portal, is going to be able to get out of there. Prodigium looking for the fight, hits the Q onto Karma into the Varusol with the spear. Ezra is going to fall. It is a 2-for-1 for the side of Destiny, but Alpha Arcasia not in the best place. Is he able to escape? Hits the Flag and Drag into the plant. He's going to be walking through the turret. Is he going to die to the turret? Drops the W? No, he is going to live, and Alpha Arcasia does live, but still 2-for-1 for Destiny, and it's another winning fight that they found.
Yeah, that was definitely a wicked play by Alpha Keijo. Hey, I have to admit that. Taking the portal to get out of there, that is something that you never see, especially when you take 1 damage and it gets cancelled. But I guess no one Destiny could deal 1 damage, but yeah, so he will survive. DP just seems out of sync. So out of sync, and Destiny just capitalizing on that. I never preferred Jarvan carrot pick because after you lose the early game, it just never gets better for him. So he is in the rough position, and while Trundle just gains value over the game goes, Jarvan doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. The only issue is like Alpha Arcasia's champion pool is so picked down that Jarvan is kind of the only thing left. So I get why he went to it, but it's really so squishy, especially when Gwen's already been picked. But Herald is picked up. That shows that the Jarvan was shielded, so they hit him and it did cancel.
Yeah, that is the same as recall with yeah, just recalls. you don't actually take physical damage to your health bar, it does not cancel your recalls or your teleports.
Yeah. Herald is taken and the top turret is going to fall. Blade X are caught out a little bit, but Prodigium is falling low. Do they have the damage? Prodigium hits the depth charge into the Chains of Corruption. Blade X are looking for the turn. Is it going to be able to pick up? Flash coming out of the Varus. Barrier is forced as well. Prodigium is going to pick up that kill. And yeah, it's just going from bad to worse for GPs. Losing the top turret, losing the Herald, Blade X are dying bot lane as well. They get the Varus's flash out of it, but that's about all they can do.
Did they get the mid tower for the trade? With too many characters in the bot lane killing Blade X, did they get the mid tower?
Duplat caught out, walks up with no flash. I saw Duplat, I'm blind. Just read the meme, ult.
But here's safe. We got Gwen coming in for the snip. We'll kill Alpha Casio. Even running onto Modify, we'll keep him snipping, and just too much movement speed, and he will take down 2 for 0, I mean.
But I'm gonna get the entire top set. My bad, I thought that was Duplat being caught up, and it was a Dream to Meme who has the Spirit Rush available, does bait them in, and Johnny with 2 items picked up already, able to just slip down the front line. Jarvan gets completely one-shot. Only has that Sundered Sky, doesn't have any sort of ammo. And unfortunately, really on Poly are not even able to pick up the top turret there, so a bit of an overstay for the side of GPs. They're going to lose 2 members, not able to pick up the top turret, and they're going to lose Dragon, so that is going to be Soul Point over to the side of Destiny, and it's Hextech as well. And a Varus with Hextech Soul is really not something you want to see when he's building this lethality.
Yeah, it's definitely annoying when you're getting Hextech, like Lightning Strike and getting slowed. It just becomes so much worse. It makes you move slow. It's just annoying overall. Ari gets the charm and you're just dead. Even with the Gwen, you want to space it out, and it's just making it harder when you're always being slowed. Gwen can catch up easier.
Yeah, and like I know I said in Champions League that I do like the Varus here, but Varus is so ahead here, is going that lethality build, so he is picking up his item spikes early, will be picking up that Mana Moon very soon. And yeah, has picked it up now with the Ghost Blade. He's doing so much damage. If they're able to hit any sort of CC, the WQ for Varus is just going to be melting any of the backline until we get later into the game where the Karma Shields are a bit stronger, so yeah, there's just so much damage for Destiny. Even though they don't have the strongest front line, it doesn't really matter. If they're able to find the picks themselves and burst people down, the fight's over by the time GPs have a time to retaliate.
Exactly. It's definitely a rough position for Destiny when they have no objectives. Blade X getting caught out. Oh, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, Blade X does get caught out, doesn't have the flash available. The Nautilus ultimate into the Ari follow-up is going to be enough damage. Jarvan EQ's out. You see Ezra is caught down on the bot side, doesn't have the flash available. Jarvan isn't here to peel, able to walk down the Karma. That is going to be 2 more free kills. Blade X caught down in No Man's Land again. Blade X, I mean, as Chris expertly said in the chat, the Syndra is vulnerable here. Destiny making most of this. Charm is going to hit onto Jarvan. Jarvan able to walk away. Are they going to look for the chase? Gwen doesn't have the ultimate, but the pillar is going to slow them. Looking for damage on Xante. Xante is pretty tanky, able to buffer that charm. But yeah, as Chris said, the Syndra is so squishy early game and doesn't have any sort of escape. So able to punish them so hard. Blade Exo was winning the lane early, has the CS lead, but when you're such an immobile champion, the Nautilus and the Ari are just locking him down so well that he's not really able to push his lead, and now we see Ari actually has a shutdown.
Yeah, the gold leads are getting out of hand. It's like 2,000 to 3,000 more. The wallets are too big. I don't see what Jupies can do to stop this.
Even looking for more here.
Even Alakanya becoming a bit dangerous here. They're gonna start it, I believe. Yep, they will start
Modify might be caught out here. Modify has no mana on the top side. Dream of Meme is here. The spell shield is going to be popped. Modify does get hit by the charm. Doesn't have summoners available. Goes to the barrier. Not going to flash. Is going to get solo kill by Dream of Meme. We'll see if Jupies are able to look for the fight on the bot side. Jarvan is behind, but the Adicon has already fallen. Nice scatter of the week coming out of the Syndra, but it's going to be too late. Redemption can be healing them all up. Jarvan in No Man's Land is caught out. Flash forward from Kasante, looking for the backline. Flag and Drag misses. Nautilus is knocked off, but is so tanky, and the Jarvan is not. Gets burst down by the Gwen with the Varus. The fight, Prodigium looking for more. Hits the hook onto the Karma. The Gwen ult is still following through. Ari has made it here, but Prodigium is falling low. Prodigium does fall. It is a 1-for-1. Ari onto the backline now. Ezra is going to fall. Cassante in the backline doing what he can, hits the ultimate onto the Gwen, but he is so squishy into this Gwen and it's just gonna fall. It's gonna be a 3-for-1 plus Otacon for the side of Destiny, and this Gwen champion is just looking untouchable.
It certainly is. There's nothing much they can do. Even Alpha Acacia trying to go on the Gwen, he just presses E and sidesteps a little bit, and Alpha Acacia on Jarvan just in the middle of nowhere and gets blown up by Jonu. So I'm not too sure what they can do. They don't have much of a solution to this one, and I think this is probably a game over kind of position.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets super late game, I think the side of GPs does have a pretty good scaling with the Sivir, with the Syndra, but when they're down 3 dragons already and down 4,000 gold, it's really hard for them to get to that late game point, because like, they have to fight this next dragon, which is coming up in the next few minutes, and they're really not in a good position to do it, so I mean, I think it's going to be a scenario where they look for the fight and get aced, but before the dragon even happens, Prodigium still looking for the plays, flying a drag forward, and the Cataclysm from Jarvan. Can they pick up the kill? Prodigium is going to fall, but I mean, it doesn't really mean nothing. There's no dragon fight to be had, and they're just gonna, they do get the kill, but Prodigium isn't really losing anything for dying there.
It will be something. I would say 300 gold, they do need the little wins. Even if it's not much, they do need little wins. Every win is worth it. Jarvan even going onto the Trundle, and he's going to turn onto the Jarvan and kill him. Modify is out of position, flashes away. Gwen is going crazy in the backline, shooting snip, flashes into the whole enemy team. I will finish off Modify, and Gwen is pushing out someone in the bot lane. Brilliant Polo is just in the middle of everybody and can't do anything, and Jono would just shred him out. 1, 2, 3, and he's dead. And then this is Soul Point going over to Destiny. It's just the wallet gaps is just too big for this one. I think Jupies was in a quite good position, but they're taking way too much damage from Jono. Bloodletters, what is this? The Bloodletters curse, just shredding their armor, their magic resist, and they just can't sustain it. Ari and Gwen is just rolling the whole enemy team on this one.
Yeah, I mean, like, they used the Cataclysm for the Nautilus pick, so by the time the Dragon was up and Destiny were ready to fight, they didn't have any, like, sort of pick tool available, so even though they pick up 300 gold from the Nautilus kill, they just get wiped on the fight. They don't have an answer for this Gwen. That's what I was saying before, like, it's really hard for the Destiny draft to play, but if the Gwen is able to get fed and burst through the Cassante and Jarvan, the Sivir and Syndra are going to have a really hard time actually doing any damage, because despite their range, they can't hit anybody if their front line's gone. And another pick coming out for the side of Destiny. Blade X are caught way too far up, has the flash available, but isn't going to use it, is just going to die here. There's going to be 7 deaths now for Blade X. I'm really struggling on this Syndra pick. Oh my god. Jarvan portals in behind Ari, does hit the flag and drag, but Ari has the flash available. They don't have the damage to kill. Jarvan is just going to get completely one-shot. Depth charge hits onto the Sivir, into the Chains of Corruption from Varus. Modify is dead. I mean, GPs, as you said, it's a reverse of last game. GPs this time, the desperate ones, know they need to find picks. Saw that Blade X was dying on the bot side, so they went for something top, but they really just don't have the damage to lock down this Ari. So once she ults away, they've just way overextended and they're going to fall, and because they're all dead now, they're just going to give up the Baron as well.
Yeah, Destiny will get the Baron this one. The 2 people in the mid lane pushing it out. There's no contest at all. Too many people dead on Jupies. I would say that this game was quite even at the start, but after like some fumbled mistakes from maybe from junglers, and then like Jono getting too many kills, the game just has blown out completely.
I think the game blew up when Jono got that double kill 1v2, because like Cassante found the solo kill onto Gwen early, which is really huge, but I think once Gwen is able to 1v2 double kill you at 10 minutes with a Doran's ring and boots, it's kind of over from there.
Exactly. And now it's just Destiny's game to figure out a game plan to wrap this game up, and we will go to game 3, right?
I mean, assuming a disaster doesn't happen here from Destiny, it should be going to game 3, but we can't rule it out. It is the array, it is Northern Territory. No, so we'll see if they find a way to throw this.
What did you say?
We've just seen some big goes in the past, we'll see if it happens, but Cassante is caught out here, has the ultimate flash available, is it going to pop it? No, Duplat picks up that kill has got that surrelder's grudge now as well. So just another member that is shredding through this Cassante. He was struggling to find his footing in this game. Destiny looking to siege through mid lane here. They do have the Baron modifier. Gets hit by the Trundle Q. With the cannon wave mid, there's really not much they can do. Java looking for the flank here. Is waiting patiently, but does he have an angle? No, not really. There's not really any follow-up if he does go for this engage. Modify gets completely one-shot by the Foxfire forward from Ari. Ari chasing them down with the resets. Blade X are going to fall as well. Hook onto Ezra. Ezra falls. It is going to be a 4-0. Alpha Arcadia looking for the wave, but the cannon's still alive, and that buffed up cannon minion with Baron is all they need. Destiny, with a complete flip of game 1, look completely dominant in game 2, and it is going to be our first series that goes to game 3.
Here we go, and this is what they said. GG! And this is what we expect from Destiny, to be honest. Like, this is what we were saying. Destiny were the favorites coming into this game, and this is how they showed us that they are the favorites. They're the number 1 team, I would say, even though they're both same on the ladder, right? Oh no, Destiny is higher on the ladder. Yeah. This is how they roll. You know, when they get their characters and they're playing their best, they do show us why they are the number 1. So, do we want to jump into SVPs, or do you want to?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah.
SVP. I mean, I think it's kind of hard to find an SVP here. I don't think anyone really played that well. I mean, I think Sante found that solo kill early, but other than that, I think he was kind of cooked. Bot lane got gapped pretty hard. Blade Exa did a lot of damage, but he was permanently caught out. So it's kind of hard for me to find any strong point for GPs that game.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I cannot put it on anyone on the top side, so I'm more leaning to the bot side. But if you're saying Modified got caught out or got gapped, I mean, then I would lean to Ezra. Ezra, you know, playing on his karma. I'd say he's just the most solid player left on this team for that match.
You can pick. I'll leave it to you.
Okay, I'll just give SVP to Ezra. Congratulations on that one for round 2 of game 2 of the semi-finals, and we can jump to MVPs for Team Destiny.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one's pretty clear, to be honest. I think everyone played well, but I think John has stood out there. I think able to pick up a double kill on Gwen early game is pretty impressive, and then once he found that early lead, he just completely took over the map.
Yeah, I have to agree. Exactly what you said. When Gwen comes out the map, come out the top island, he's just unkillable. No one's stopping him. But I do have to say, like, a dream to me on the Ari was dishing out the huge amounts of damage, following up Jonu with the with the ultimate on the Ari, and was playing pretty well as well. So don't count on his other teammates, but I'll have to give it to Gwen on Jonu on Gwen.
Yeah, I think Johnny deserves that one. Well played by him.
Yeah, congratulations, Jonu, for MVP for round 2. I mean match 2. I don't know, I keep saying that.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
1-1, we'll go to game 3. I think we'll give the players a 5-minute break, but after that, we will be back for our first game 3, and winners finals 1-1. Destiny GP's winner makes it to the grand final, so stakes are very high in this next game.
Very high. See you guys soon.
Grammarly now uses AI to help you write, not just revise. Type a prompt.
And we are back for game 3 of our winners final. GPs versus Destiny. Both games so far have been pretty big stomps. Game 1, GPs dominating, and then nice turnaround in game 2 from Destiny. So interested to see what the teams want to switch up here for game 3, see if there's any big shifts in the draft, or yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we do see pieces favoring red side. I guess both teams likes the red side. It's just OP, I guess. Oh, and a Dream Team has left.
We've dodged the game.
Yep. And they forfeited. Alright, next game, guys. See you next week. For GMDC. Nice. Nice.
Okay, I mean, I guess that gives us time to talk more about the drafts.
You have any predictions about what's gonna happen?
No predictions. We'll see. I mean, they just game 3 of Fearless, so a lot of the normal picks are gone. So we're interested to see if we see any unorthodox picks this game.
Yeah, definitely want to see something different coming out of these players. So we have no Gwen, no Trundle, no Ari, no Varus, no Nord, Kasante, Jarvan, Syndra, Severe, and Karma.
Alrighty, so we're give us a minute. We're just gonna reset up the lobby. All right, just hold up. Be right back.
And we're back, and won't be too long for game 3. I mean, we're just grabbing everybody in.
Right, client not working as usual, so I had to
yes, as we all say in the community, small indie company, they can't afford it.
Hopefully it works this time. I'm gonna get DM from Johnny. Please don't say it's broken.
I see Jackie saying, Yo came back when the drop in the song was about to get good. SMH.
So true.
Yeah, unlucky Jackie. Agent Buster Over says Syndra has to go to Cosmic second, otherwise he can't play the game because he will just get run down. Which he certainly did. Maybe private message Mr. Blade X and tell him that.
What is this in here? My client is completely cooked. But
and now our casters is cooked.
It's working. I just have 3 FPS. But it's fine. People are teleporting between teams.
Even the stream client has been bugging the entire time. It's just been working just enough that the games can keep going.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, we are ready. Let's go.
Good, that's good.
R.
And the game 3 finally. Hopefully everyone can load in this time as we get into draft. Yeah, as you were saying, GP's picked red side after the loss, both teams favouring this red side. I think it makes sense. Neither of these teams really have a super strong B1 champion that they want, so both of them happy to fall over to the red side and get those counter picks. We see the bans pretty similar so far. Are being taken away from Modifier. Prodigium's Nico is going to get banned out. Nocturne being taken away from Alpha Arcadia. Looks like the bans are just going to stay the same. We'll see if they do continue. Yep.
Zeraf, yep.
It's all the same. No teams wanting to switch it up. Both teams happy with their bans.
Yeah, well, if you wanted the ban it like first game, you probably want to ban it third game as well. It's the same priority picks that you don't want to see, which always makes sense. But I do want to see in this game a more close game until like the late game, because what we see is just teams stomping the other one, right? I want them to be more even out.
That's new.
That is a bit new.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. A few of Prodigium's mages are taken out, so the pool's a bit smaller, but stuff like the Oriana's still up, so... I mean, maybe they have a Dash champion they want a first pick that they don't want them to pick Talia into, which makes sense. Vi is going to be taken away from Brayden. We'll see what they B1 here. They're very interested to see, because, I mean, there is a few strong B1s up. Stuff like the Pantheon is still available. What else? Camille is up for Johnny. Some tank top laners like the Scion, like the Order all up. Xin Zhao available as well.
Xin Zhao is very strong right now. Got the visual rework, and I swear a physical one too, because that character is not balanced, not that balanced. So Johnny will be picking. Dream Team will be. BRDN will be having this Xin Zhao.
Yes.
Yeah.
Into that, I would expect something like Pantheon. Not as strong as it used to be, but it's still a fine answer into Xin Zhao and has been left up in this game 3. So we'll see if they go for that or if they do pick something more unorthodox. But I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see a jungler picked up here. Yeah, it is Ivan going to be picked up pretty fine into the Xin Zhao, and it is one of Alpha Arcadia's most played champions, so no surprise with the Ivan there.
I feel like he's one of the only Ivan players in the tournament.
Probably the only Ivan player.
The only Ivan player.
Yeah.
So it's great to see it opening the champion pools. And I don't. If they're not gonna ban it, he's gonna pick it. So.
It with have to blind something. Blind Jinx. Yeah, I like the blind Jinx. Usually the answer into the Jinx is the lethality virus, and that's been taken away now. So we'll see what they answer with. Ashe, a champion I was saying I wanted to see picked last game, but also pretty good here into the Jinx. If you pair it up with something like the Lulu or the Milio, it is a super strong 2v2, and the Jinx isn't allowed to scale as much as she wants. Or you can go the more aggressive route, which, as I was about to say, Blitzcrank has been left up this time, and Blitzcrank very happy into Jinx, able to make her game so much harder to play. But Alistar's still up, which is the usual counter into Blitzcrank if Alistar gets hooked. He's very happy with that, but yeah, Jinx definitely a little bit hard to play into the Ashe Blitzcrank.
Yeah, well, I think they definitely did the homework, and they know, leaving their Blitzcrank up, they know Prodigy will pick it. That's why they picked the Alistar counter pick. Yep. They have done their homework. They know how the draft is going to roll.
I think it does mean that they have to ban Sylas here, though. Dream the Meme does play it. They can't give over a Sylas with the Alistar ult. Yeah, and I think Alistar, the Sylas works pretty well with Xin Zhao in the 2v2, so I really think they should look towards a Sylas ban here.
I wouldn't mind the Sylas, to be honest. It just puts 3 melee characters on over, maybe 4, even 4 melee characters over onto Destiny into the Jinx that could wreak havoc, and the Control Mage too with the Ivan. It's not too bad. Maybe you just let it through, or you can just ban it, I suppose. But a Pantheon ban is strong here.
Is it? I've already picked.
Yeah, maybe in Pantheon mid, something like that. Jax is better.
So Johnny's champion pool is going to get pinched a little bit. with the two top lane bans, I wouldn't be surprised to see Leon Polio go for a blind top laner here. For blinds, there's not that much open. There's stuff like the Sion is still up, Camille is up, Sion, yeah. I mean, I would expect to see Sion. I think Triggeth obviously can't be picked by cover.
Yep.
Alawi did get buffed. Her win rate did jump up to like 52%. I'm not sure how strong it is of a blind. Oh, we have Renekton, fine blinds. Yeah, with the Jackson on taken away, Renekton makes a fair bit of sense here. Yeah, there's the Silas hover. I think that Destiny can just lock like Silas Sion here, and they're more than happy to play this game.
You reckon? I think it's a lot of millies on one team. Aruna's Hurricane Jinx would just go crazy here, no?
Jinx playing into an Ashe Blitzcrank and a Zinzao ultimate. I don't think Jinx is allowed to play the game. I mean, I really like the Silas here. We'll see what top laner we pick into Renekton. Jonu does play the hard, like, 1v1 matchups, like Fiora, like Camille, so he could go towards that, or if he just wants to play the front line for his team, he could just lock in something like the Sion or the Mundo here.
I guess we'll see in 3 seconds time. The
No. It's one less melee as well. He does have that range in his normal form, so I like Nahu as well.
Yeah, Na is a good pick into the Renekton. I would say it's quite safe. It's a bit more range and still has the team fight capabilities with that instant knock into the wall for the Jinx. No one can save her if she's out of position for 1 second.
Expecting something like Oriana here on the R5. Oh, Mel. Pretty good into the Ashe and the Blitzcrank. And, Silas stealing Mel ultimate's not really a big issue, so Silas, I mean, I'm pretty happy to be playing Silas here with an Alistar and Renekton ultimate. You get either one of those for every fight, and you're just pretty untouchable. Unless the Jinx gets super far ahead, then yeah, Jinx is going to have a good time into these short-range champions, but I think into the Blitzcrank Zinzao, I think Jinx has a pretty hard time getting that far ahead, because even with the range on her Q, the Ashe volleys make it so hard for her to do anything.
Yeah, it definitely will calm down. I do think JWP is putting a lot of eggs into the basket of Jinx here. They don't really have much damage on the Ivan, Alistar. I guess Renekton's pretty strong here, but yeah, we really dumbing down the damage on both teams, I would say. No super hyper carries.
I think all the eggs are in the Jinx basket here. If there's Jinxes in their head, that's really hard for the Renekton Mel to make up enough of their missing damage. So yeah, I think it's going to be another game where both junglers are probably going to path towards their bot lane. That's what we've seen for the first 2 games. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
They do have red side, so red side is the winning side so far in the tournament. So I guess they will win. Lock it in. JWP's win already.
Yeah, in the mid matchup, Mel to Silas, I think Silas will probably drop down some CS in lane, but I don't think Mel really has much kill potential, even with an Ivan. I think Silas is pretty happy to scale here. Same thing with the Gnar. Even though Renekton does have that stun with the Ivan gank, Gnar pretty long range and has that E onto his own wave to play pretty safely. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be another game pretty heavily focused on the bot side. I think it's going to come down to if Prodigium is able to pilot this Blitzcrank well enough, because they do lack a little bit of frontline engage. They have stuff like the Ashe ultimate, but if that's not hitting, it's kind of hard. So they're definitely going to be relying on this Blitzcrank to be finding the hooks onto the Jinx.
Even if he hooks, I don't know who else he can hook. That would be like
no one really. It's just Jinx.
Ivan Mel.
Or Daisy. You can kill Daisy.
Kill Daisy.
Yeah, I think killing Jinx is a must. If Jinx is able to auto into the melee comp that get Jinx.
But what are you
and
gonna do
solo
when
players.
Alistar's just standing in front of the Jinx? Like, can't do anything. You can hook Alistar, and then Alistar's ults walks around. You know, does Alistar things.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's
like,
hard to play. Jinx has to not get caught ever, because if Jinx dies, they have no damage. I think I don't know. The GP's comp is definitely probably easier to play if they can just play front to back. Jinx will take over the game, but Destiny again does have the potential, similar to Game 1, to find picks. But also similar to Game 1, if they can't find the picks, it could just be a complete disaster and they get rolled.
yeah, they'll just.
It's really hard for Destiny to play their comp, but they are a team that does pretty consistently pull off these pick comps, so we'll see if they're able to do it here when it matters the most.
Yep. And we see in chat, Ilawi was OP in Doombots. Yeah, we're not playing Doombots right now, Jackie. Renekton mid counter top. Renekton mid
That would
counter
have worked as
top.
well. I think he could have put Renekton mid, but I've never seen Playnexa play Renekton. I don't
Yeah,
think there's really
but-
that many counters into Nara anyway.
Yeah, not too many, but maybe you just shove him top, mel top or something.
See any level 1 shenanigans here? They do have the Blitzcrank and the Ashe, two of the strongest level 1 champions, so see if they can find anything. We see they are walking towards the top side. It is pretty good for them if they can force Ivern off his early clear. We'll see if they're able to do it. Sorry, Jackie. Blame Donna for that one. Can't always be on time. They are looking mid. It's the hook onto the Blade Exa. Blade Exa. I feel like the story of this series is just Blade Exa just being caught out consistently. And
Blade
there's the
X,
level
you
1.
turn on your monitor. Come on, man.
The
Can't be getting
sums are
hooked.
going to be burnt for Prodigy, but he is happy for that. Since he flashed so early, they're going to be back up before level 6, and Silas able to pick up the boots now into the Mel matchup. He's just going to negate that little bit of early game struggle he has, because he has the sustain with the Doran's Ring, plus the boots to maneuver a bit better into the Mel. So yeah,
Or luckily went to the
no-
mid lane, so it
This
affects.
says, is he
Blade
getting
Exa.
old? I wouldn't call him old just yet. So that's just the risk of playing these
What the heck?
mobile mages, and that seems to be his whole champion pool. So if you know he's going to play in a mobile mage, it is pretty easy to punish, especially when you have someone like Prodigium on your team who is going to be permanently looking for these roams. So yeah, I mean, nice played by Destiny, knowing that they do have the opportunity to do that. We see Sindel pathing towards top lane, a little bit surprising, but I
Guess
then
he's-
pathing bot. Jinx does get the prio level 1 with her rockets, but after that, just the threat of Blitzcrank being able to hook is enough to usually get prio, but if Prodigium hooks minions like that, then I mean Jinx is pretty safe in this lane.
Exactly. Looks like they will just push it out. Every lane's just doing normal. Alistar will be warding. Yeah, seems like pretty standard gameplay so far.
Yeah, I think Destiny definitely, even though they do want to look for these picks early, I think they're probably going to wait until level 6 when they have this Soul Summit Steel is when they have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow to look for the picks. But because until level 6 their only real engage is the Blitzcrank hook, but that's not that reliable, so it's kind of hard to play around.
I still think Zinzas should have path from top to bot,
I
but
agree,
either
yeah.
way, he's still going to go this side. Maybe they contest that Scuttle. Yeah, just both junglers just full clearing. Not much to say right now, eh?
Yeah, all the lanes going pretty much as you'd expect. No, pulling a bit ahead, Mel pulling a bit ahead, bot going even, nothing out of the ordinary. Blade Exa didn't burn that flash despite dying, so he's not really that vulnerable. We see Ivan is hovering bot here. Nice flash coming out of Ezra, gets the stun, but nice hook onto the turret. Are they able to chunk out Ezra? Ezra doesn't have the flash available, does get ignited, falls dangerously low. Duplat also falls low. No death there. But it is going to be a trade of flashes. Ezra uses both summoners, and so does Duplat. I think that's fine for Duplat, though. The way it's pushing to him, he's pretty safe. And when the Alistar doesn't have that flash available, not really much they can do. Brayden is top here, but Jonu is pretty low, doesn't have the rage bar filled up yet. He's going to look for it, but really Napoleon flashes forward, does get the kill. He is going to fall. It is going to be a 1-for-1. I mean, I think Destiny's Jonu didn't get the assist, not super ideal, but trading 1-for-1 when
Asia
you
in the
play
mid
the
lane
lane
as well.
early. Yeah, Alfracasia doesn't find. Oh, I mean, he gets the Stylus Flash, so ganks going on everywhere. A little bit of a lead going over Destiny, but nothing too big yet. And we see Jonu does get the freeze on this wave. And when you're playing Nara into Renekton, it's kind of impossible for the Renekton to break the freeze. So even though Renekton gets the freeze, I think Jonu is pretty happy with his lane state here.
Yeah, John is showing how he's probably one of the top 3 top laners, top 2 top laners in the league.
Mid lane?
Top lane. GGM just hovering on mid lane. I don't think anything's gonna happen with this one, even if he chucks.
No, doesn't get the W is late. Doesn't have the follow-up damage, but I think Prodigium is just there to break the freeze there. Save his mid laner. Blade Exa. Not able to find the W to block the hook, but he is fine, doesn't have to burn the flash. We see Ezra is walking behind Duplat. Does get hit by the WP combo into the Jinx W, into the traps. Traps aren't going to hit. Ezra hooked on the turret. He's going to be able to get away. The Ashe is going to do so much damage here. They're going to be able to walk down the Jinx, and Jinx is going to have to burn the flash. But even then, I think the Jinx is just dead. With the slow coming out of the Ashe and the approach velocity, Modified is dead. It is a disaster to the side of Jupies. They look for the pick on the Duplat, but Duplat is on his turret, and a Jinx with a cold doesn't really have any damage early game.
Yeah, kind of getting a bit ambition in the bot lane. Them dying there gives the first to 3 of feats of strength for Destiny, and that's not what you want to see. It just puts more pressure on the other team members to get the objective and or get the tower. So, not that great. Not that great.
Yeah, especially when it's a game where, as I said, the Jinx has to do all the heavy lifting. She has to be ahead. When she falls behind to an Ashe Blitzcrank, really, really disastrous for them, especially giving the Ashe 2 kills. You see, she has picked up the Veb Scepter first, so...
You're not gonna have that too much damage, but...
I don't know what she's building. Is she building Bork?
I do believe so, but I would say
Bork is a real Ashe build. But
should have built more damage first, no? Don't really need
I think if you just go like Kraken here, Kraken into like PD and you're pretty good. Even Yuntal is fine here. See, Upper Acacia is topside but misses the stun. Johnny actually looking for the ultimate. Brayden is here, is able to hit the E onto him. Upper Acacia flashes away, but is it going to fall? Doesn't have the shield. Real and Polio looking for the turn. Johnny getting chunked out dangerously low. The dominance coming out of the Renekton. Renekton able to pick up the kill. Brayden doesn't have the flash available. Is he able to get away? Should die here. E's back towards him. Gets the 3-strike knock up. But Renekton running him down. Has the E into the W. A little bit over aggressive from the side of Destiny. Johnny wanted the pick. Alpha Acacia. Ezra gets hit. Not going to look for the full fight. Ignite is going to drop. But with the Ashe, they're able to walk him down here. Ashe looking for the trade onto Alistar. Jinx has both summoners, so she is still playing pretty aggressively. But I think Ashe has the opportunity to walk up further here. Modify, even with the summoners, shouldn't be allowed to do this. Prodigium walking up. Ezra doesn't have the flash available. Ezra is going to sacrifice his life. He's going to look for the turn. They're going to find the 1-for-1. Does drop the Ignite. But
1-for-1 on the supports, but giving it to the Ashe is just not favorable. You know, it
exactly,
accelerates the ADC a bit more.
And I think a bit of a misplay from Destiny as well. I think they could have played that way more aggressive. They knew that Ivan was on the top side. Even though Jinx has summoners, I think Ashe can walk up a little bit more when she has boots and Vamp Scepter compared to the Colbert. Getting the 1-for-1 and the kill going for the Alistar, they are still going to be happy with that. We see Jupies are going to look for the dragon. Looks like Destiny know they own it, but can they contest it? Kind of rough.
Taking it pretty slowly. It's dying pretty slowly. Prodigium will take a look at the dragon. They do see that it's still up. They're going to flip it. Dream Team in the back line with the Alistar ult. He's going to get knocked away. I think they're going to give up the dragon on this one. And Alpha Acacia getting charged down. Flash onto Alpha Acacia. Will get Alpha Acacia. Will be taken down by Duplat. Mel on Ashe. Going to execute her for ultimate. But everyone's going crazy in this jungle pit. Brendan's going to run down Blade X and get the pick on Blade X on that one.
Top lane
Who got the
actually
dragon?
continues. Brandon got the dragon. Yeah. It's like I
Wow.
said, it's a comp where the Jinx has to carry, and the Jinx is stuck on the bot side of the fight, and Silas is able to take the Alistar ult, and he just walks in 1v3 in the backline, and he has literally no threat of dying. And the Jinx isn't able to walk up. They completely force Alpha Arcadia away from the dragon pit, so while they're killing, the Braiden's just securing the dragon, and once he gets the dragon, they're able to turn and look for the fight, so... Yeah, I mean,
Jinx,
it was...
Jinx needs to be at the dragon pit to do the damage. Ivan and Mel killing dragon by themselves is not that fast, so that is the problem with that. And then Jin just walks in with Blitzcrank, and they just win the fight, and then they take the dragon. It's just not. It's some miscommunication about damage, you know.
Yeah, it
You don't
looks
do
like
much damage.
the snowball that Braden is starting the grubs, Blitzcrank is mid lane. Does he throw the hook? Is he gonna throw it? Just flash over the wall. He's gonna buy time. Ezra reacts to it. But while this is happening, Braden is just getting the grubs. Picks up the first one, gonna pick up the second one as well. Brilliant Polio TPing back towards the top lane. Alpha Arcadia and Ezra are walking towards it. Looks like they are gonna deny this third grub. But still, two gonna be picked up for the side of Destiny. And it's left Modify alone in the bot lane. Can they look for the kill? The ultimate is gonna hit into that hook. No, the minions are blocking the hook. Flash is burnt from Modify.
Oh,
Prodigium not able to find the hook. So nice ultimate coming out of the Ash, but the minions were in the way. Blitzcrank couldn't follow up the hook. They do burn Modify's flash, and even though he lives, he's not allowed to get any of these minions. He is walking back up to the turret. This is illegal. He has barrier, but what is he doing? This dies for free. Doesn't even get the XP.
yeah, you just can't be doing that. I know he wants the minion wave, but you're losing way more just
He is
staying
too
around
big
for
there.
it.
He just doesn't want to leave it. Knows he's gonna die, but walks up anyway. Now he's gonna die, lose the wave, and now he's gonna lose half of the next wave as well because he just wanted that XP. Please crash the wave. Don't let
Yeah.
Ezra freeze this. Okay, I'm not sure what they're doing. Prodigium really should just be hooking Ezra off this wave, but Ezra messes up anyway and lets the wave crash. I'm not sure what's happening here. Both bot laners not knowing how to manage waves, but it happens.
All good. All good.
You see top lane now is walking up into melee range of the Renekton, does get the ultimate, can jump away. He's gonna be fine. The Nalma is out, does have his melee falling back. But yeah, we were saying that Nala's a pretty safe pick, but he is down 0-2, he is down a couple minions as well, so despite everything that's going well for Destiny, GPs do have a small window to play around with this Renekton. He is gonna be really strong once he picks up this first item, so we'll see if they're able to use that for an objective. See, they're looking towards top again, but no, it's very safe. And when they see the Ivan top, it just allows Destiny to do what they do best and look for this vision control on the bot side. Nice Hex Flash hook onto Jinx. It doesn't mean anything, but it's cool. They're looking at the turn, but
That is
it's fine.
crazy.
Silas is here for the flank. Flash W forward. Nice coming out of Braden with the follow-up from Silas. I said it meant nothing, but when the Jinx doesn't have flash, and he's still walking up. Modify it. Really struggling this game. Caught out twice now, dying when he really doesn't have to. And that is going to mean that they're going to lose the Prio on their bot side. Destiny able to lever that into Prio mid lane. Ivan has the flash available. It isn't going to matter. Mel looks for the turn on for Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is going to fall, but so is Ivan. Daisy knocks up the Mel. Mel doesn't have flash available. Ezra is here, hits a nice flash Q, but isn't going to do any damage. Zin is invulnerable. There's so much shielding coming out. Renekton is here to get the fight. Renekton pops the dominance. He is so strong. He has picked up that Eclipse now. Braden dropping low. Braden is going to die. A bit of an overforce from Destiny. It is going to be a 1-for-1. After all that, I think it's 1-for-1.
Yeah, it was looking terrible for Jupies on that one, but then they just overextended their stay, and Brilliant Poly coming out with Renekton. He is strong. He defeats pretty much everyone at the front line of Destiny, so you just can't allow that to happen. But besides Renekton, Jupies, I would say, is looking very, very weak in the lanes, and you just have to fight away from the Renekton, and I believe Destiny will have the biggest advantage when it comes to that.
For sure, but even though Silas is 4-0, he is down 45 CS. So, like, he's really not as ahead as he should be. Which we saw in that fight, he's down a level. He doesn't really have the damage. Most of the damage for the side of Destiny is coming out of the Ash, so when Ash isn't in the fight, they really didn't have the damage. Even though Ezra got caught out, we see that GP's not going to start the Dragon. The Hawkeye is going to see it.
With Jinx this time.
Jinx is here. There's going to be a 4v4. Renekton is here. Both mid laners in the top side. Prodigium is going to miss the hook. Are they just going to look for a Brayden? Pop Blossom over the wall. The huge Narwhal's been into the backline. He's going to be followed up by the Blitzcrank ultimate for the damage. The fight is looking really good for Destiny. They pick up the Dragon as well. Members falling low. Renekton is going to get ultimate. Mel is going to be able to turn around and kill Prodigium. Silas in the backline here. Doesn't have the Alistar ultimate available. Does pop it. It's so tanky. Is it going to fall? And they're stalling so much time for the Ashe to walk forward and kill everybody. That is why you have to ban Silas. If you're picking Alistar, it doesn't matter if it doesn't look like a good Silas angle. That champion with that ultimate is able to walk through the whole backline. And when you have a champion like Ashe who does so well in the extended team fights, it doesn't matter how the start of the fights looks. If Silas is able to get onto the backline and Ashe could free auto, it's just doomed. And they got the Dragon. It's just a disaster for GPs.
Absolute disaster. 5-4-1 with Dragon. Honestly, I thought it was looking really good for GPs on that fight. I thought with Renekton there and how it was being played out, it was great. But just inches from killing everyone, Ashe kills everyone on the other side. And now they're 7-1 on the Ashe, 6-0 on the Silas. So I think the what you're saying, the 40 CS difference is being countered with the kills.
Yeah,
550 shutdown.
It's 6-0, so it's about being 40 CS down.
Yeah, I don't think 40 CS is, you know, we'll take those. We'll take
Ezra goes for the WQ forward. Brayden is here, but choosing not to go for it. But yeah, 3,000 gold league for Destiny. Up 2 dragons, 7 kills. They got 2 grubs as well. The Ashe is 7-1. This Ashe is so strong. We talk about the gold league in the mid lane, but if we look bot lane, Modify also down 40 CS on a champion like Jinx is really not much more to do, especially when it gets to the late game. Yeah, she bought Cull as well. I mean, I really don't understand the Cull purchase, especially if you're looking for fights early game. It just doesn't work. So now at 15 minutes, Jinx is 0-4, 6 CS a minute, and has a Cull and a BF sword. It's really not looking good. They need to stall like 40 minutes for this Jinx to be useful, and I really don't see Destiny slowing down their pace.
Yeah, they'll have to make a big mistake, give a big shutdown from this Ashe or Silas for the game to flip. But with the Blitzcrank, I would say they have a pretty safe way to like start fights and get picks. You know, Blitzcrank just hexes flash, presses Q, misses, they just walk away, hits, they're winning the whole fight and probably do objective next, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You see,
lane swap. Mel and Silas in the top lane now, and then we got the Jinx and Ashe in the mid lane. No towers actually going down. It's just we're just switching lanes. And Blitzcrank, Jinx is by himself in the mid lane. Blitzcrank's here with his Ashe, so he might get a bit scary. Ezra's coming into the mid lane to cover that.
Yeah, hook. Nothing on my head. Yeah, I think both teams going to be waiting for this dragon. You see Dream to Me looking aggressively on the top side. Blade X W's hits the chains. Blade X are upper level, but doesn't really have the damage yet. Sail is able to sustain that health back up, so I don't think either of them really get any threat of death there. I think Destiny just buying time towards this third dragon. Once they pick that up, it's going to be really hard for GPs to come back into the game.
Yeah, even the bottom tower is being destroyed. I do believe that's what. Would that be feats of strength going over?
Could be.
Cannot tell. I don't.
wish there was a better way to say in the client. That'd be great. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure it has.
They can keep
They
pushing
lose
block
the
here.
first 3 kills.
They're not going
Yeah,
to.
they're just gonna respect Aurelion Polio, probably the strongest player on GPs right now. So I do understand that. Or not. We're going to go crazy onto modifiers. Zinzao, Blitzcrank, Prodigy even punching Jinx in the backline. He will get the healing, but they will kill the Renekton, and then Zinzao will flash the wall to clean up the whole enemy team. Do play here to slow and finish off Ezra. Ezra's just gonna walk out of there. Crazy.
Yeah.
They're just fighting in the middle of their jungle and JWP cannot do anything about it. The goal difference is too big. 6,000 at 18 minutes. 2 dragons down and Vita strength's going over. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the comp for JWPs is so hard to pull off if the Jinx isn't ahead. Even though Renekton was ahead early, when he's versing the Sylas and the Ashe, he really doesn't have an easy champion that he can burst down. So even though he had that lead, he's actually dropped in CS now. He's down about 15, not even has a shutdown. So the one avenue that the JWP's had back into the game has fallen off now, which is the main issue with the Renekton pick. If he can't continue to snowball him, he just falls off so quickly. So now they're relying on this Jinx to kind of get them back into the game, but Jinx has a Yuntal and a Cole not finished at 20 minutes, so this Jinx isn't online for way too long. DST is able to pick up this dragon, looking aggressively on the bot side while they do it. Brayden able to solo it when they have so much prey with mid and bot lane, and JWPs just have to sit and watch.
yeah, nothing they can do about that. Even Sylas finding FOKJ in this bot lane. Big hook comes out and knocks Ezra into the wall. He's just gonna die here. Nothing Baylexa can do about that one. Jinx is all alone in the bot lane. Looks pretty scary. They're gonna drop Herald. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
Doesn't matter. Herald is dropped, W is gonna hit. Jinx forced to run off the turret without that flash available. Adakon is up, we'll see if Destiny doing it, keep pushing, or... Yeah, they're just gonna rotate back. Nah is driving this Herald, we'll see, can he make it to the mid lane? Curving around the wall, needs to go down and hit this mid turret. Curves it down, curves up. Not BF, no. He's looking top and he's crashed into the wall. Take his lessons.
And they will be starting up Adakon. I don't think JWPs has much of a contest. They don't even know it's being started. They're just hovering top side. This is a free Adakon for Destiny.
Yeah, really not much. Even if they knew about it, there's really not much that JWPs can do about it. The redemption is going to get dropped by the Ivan, so they are going to see them on it, but nothing that they can do about it. We see even after it, Destiny still looking aggressively. They have so much priority bot and mid that the enemy bot jungle is just theirs at this point. There's really nothing that JWPs can do. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the CS lead has got snowballed a lot mid lane. Baylexa is up about 70 CS now, but I still don't think it really means too much.
He does have 2 items. Baylexa has 2 items.
Yeah, but
It's
so do
pretty
the
even
main.
with. Yeah, it's even with Destiny, but.
And one of them has an
out.
Alistar ult.
Yeah, one has an Alistar ult. It's a bit strong, but it's coming out from the other players on Destiny's on JWP's team. Is Blade Exercise is strong, but not
Modified has
else.
finished his call though, big spike.
Big spike, got an
300
extra like.
gold in his pocket. Sorry,
And
350.
he will buy a
350
dagger.
gold.
He will buy a dagger. Very
What's the
nice.
100 from each minion? 450 gold on the Jinx. That is going to bring the gold link down to 6,000.
he will
Modified
die.
caught out again with that flash. The 450 gold not going to be able to save him now. 0-6 for the Jinx, really not able to find anything here as we see Destiny continue to assert their dominance. Silence walking into the top side at the Ivan. Ivan, nothing you can do about it. 0-5 now. Weird Bluskin. Not sure what they're doing there. Prodigy hitting his ADC into the turret.
Just having a little bit of fun, Dupla go into the turret. You know, you tank it next this time, I don't want to take it no more.
He boots him in, still looking aggressively. Does get chunked out by the melt, but Blitzcrank does have that redemption. Oh my god! Reflects the hook. Prodigy has the flash. The better Blitzcrank is Blade Exa. Okay,
And then he's
so
just gonna dance on him, he doesn't even care.
Jinx ultimate
Big Jinx ult.
comes out. Hook comes over the
Hooks
Renekton.
through.
Renekton is gonna chunk that. Isn't that time for Sylas? Because they're with the Alistar ultimate. Sylas, untouchable. Do they have the damage? No, Ashe not able to auto. A nice hook coming onto Alistar. Alistar is forced to flash, but a lot of damage here coming out of Mel and the Jinx. The fight's looking good for JWPs. Do they have the damage to pick up a kill? No. Ashe is here now. Nah is pretty tanky. Jumps away. Blitzcrank is still looking. TP is coming in from the Renekton. Renekton can turn this fight, but it looks like Destiny are just gonna get out. Flash is burned by Johnny. Johnny is gonna get stunned up. Has the E available. The Ashe ult is gonna hit onto the Renekton. Is it gonna matter? They are going to be able to pick up 1 kill, but I mean, they just burned everything for that 1 kill, and there's not even an objective up on the map, so by the time this dragon's up in 1 minute, Destiny are going to be back out onto the map, able to fight for it. So, yeah, I mean, a nice turn. The Jinx and Mel were doing a lot of damage in that close space, but when they're down 8,000 gold, they just don't have the damage. I think if they were down like 5,000 instead, they could ace them there. But that far down, they really just couldn't follow up on the little bit of damage that
Yeah.
they had.
It's just Destiny playing with their food at this point. They're so far ahead. They know it. They have almost, what, 8,000 gold up on them. 3 dragons. They're just doing what they want for fun. Look at this.
Yeah.
Prodigium in their jungle just playing around. No one there to help him, but he doesn't even care.
Yeah, I mean, he is level 11, same level as the enemy ADC. He's really not in any trouble here. Getting this vision for free, nobody can contest him. Silas crashed out that way, and he's going to be able to reset and TP into the dragon fight if he needs. Prodigium looking aggressively. Chooses not to use the flash, but yeah, they just have so much prey in mid and top lane that Prodigium knows he can walk up in this tri-bush because he knows that people have to answer mid, and they're not going to be there to kill him. Scryer's Bloom is going to hit. Ivan is going to get hit by the hook. Alistar is here for the disengage. Ashold is going to hit from the backline. Ash doing a lot of damage here, but Prodigium is getting chunked out. Dominus is going to get popped by the Manecton, but isn't going to be able to get onto the Ash. Ash still has the flash available. Nah, is free hitting in the backline. All this is happening while Silas is pushing bot. Destiny don't have to fight this. They can just wait for the Silas to push. GPs know this, then they're getting topside. They know they have to force this dragon. Nah is going to go in. It only hits the ultimate onto one person. Mel hits the hook onto Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is going to fall, but so is the Mel. Ash is free shotting in the backline. Zin, untouchable. Silas, untouchable. Ash is getting flashed on, but she's so tanky, she has the barrier. The enemy team has no damage, and it is just going to be a 5-for-1 for the side of Destiny, and that is going to be a 2-1, and that is going to be Destiny moving forward into the winners bracket final. Grand final.
Yes.
So,
John is on the top lane and destroying the towers, and that should be it. That should be all they wrote. Even Silas is TPing back to Dragon in that fight. He was in the top lane, and the team fight was like kind of even with the 4v5, but as soon as Silas comes in, the game's over. GG. Destiny will be moving forwards.
yeah, and
Congratulations to them.
that is going to be Drippy's going down to the loser bracket final, and they will be versing the winner of the GTF vs Destiny 2.
Yep, that will be this Thursday coming up, 6:30 p.m. Darwin time. You guys should watch it.
We'll do the SVPs, MVPs for this one before we go. SVP, I think you can't really look past Leon Polio here for SVP.
Yeah, I think Leon Polio deserves SVP here. I think he was a solid top laner. He was like the only player on JWPs that I thought needed to be at the team fight because he was so strong. Otherwise, other than that, not really anyone else. Maybe Mel, maybe Blade Xer, but even then, he was just a control bot or something. So I would just give it to William Polio on this one.
Yeah, I'd agree. And then MVP. I'm surprised to see the damage chart here, Braden. Topping the game with 20.5 thousand. Not usually what you see on the Zinzao.
Yeah, I even before seeing the damage charts, I would say Braden on the Zinzao was carrying his game. Maybe Blitzcrank with the level 1. I have to give it to one of those to support or the jungler for me.
Yeah,
What do you
I think
think?
Braden, he was finding all these players on the map, and then when he has the follow-up from his Silas, and really not much that GPs can do. So yeah, even without the damage, I think Braden played pretty well, but seeing him output that much damage as well, I would definitely lean towards him for that game.
Yeah, congratulations, Braden, on the Zinzao. You'll get the MVP for Game 3. But it's not bad on Prodigy and Blitzcrank. I do think he was a big factor on winning that game as well. Yeah, so that's SVP and MVP. Next game, is it still best of 3? It will be, right?
It will be best of
Only
three,
the-
I think
only the
best of
grand
three's just
final.
finals. Yeah, grand final.
Yeah, only grand final will be BO5. Any last words, James? Let's see in chat. What we got in chat, guys? Drink got cold, just wait. Yep, that was ages ago. Not really much. Not really much.
I think that's it then. I think well played everyone. Congratulations to Destiny, and yeah, we'll be back next Thursday for the elimination game between our two teams.
Yep. See you guys then.
Yep. See you on Thursday. GG's.
GG's.